baked bread, and Subway has 6 subs that have 6 or less grams of fat. Any sub can also be made as a salad. Subway, 809 Walnut Street.
30, 34, 30.
And Salem on the return, up to around the 38-yard line on the kickoff return. Zeb Marcotte and Jake Lewis and Jared Steckler are there on the stop for the Aces. That was Hawley on the return. And Salem has it 1st and 10 from their own 38-yard line.
Justin Swanson's last touchdown for the Golden Aces gives him his 5th TD of the year. He leads the team in scoring with 30 scored points.
1st and 10 now. Quarterback is Kyle Bowers. He hands off, ball carrier Tyson Barg, and he goes over the left side to around the 40-yard line. Gain of a couple, 2nd down and 8 now. Host of Aces in there. Berber again on the stop, but one of those for the Aces made the primary.
2-yard pickup for Barg, and a couple interesting notes we'll talk to you about in this ball game concerning the Aces defense. We'll get to them after this play. Some different looks on defense you can see for the Aces.
And here is Salem on the attack, handoff and powering his way to the right side, getting past Aaron. Aaron slowed him down, but DeVue helped finish him off. Ball carrier was Derek Vincent, and he gets to around the 43. It'll be 3rd down and a long 5.
A couple of changes for the Aces tonight. First of all, on the defensive line, you'll notice Mark Fisher is a yard off of the ball from where he traditionally was. Aces coaching staff felt he was crowding the ball too much and wasn't making the plays that he could if he could just move a yard off the ball and get more of a running start and read it a little better. Also, Aaron Burbick is at the weak side linebacker tonight as opposed to strong side. They flipped him and Joe D to give Aaron a little more freedom.
Bowers chased out of the pocket and dropped for a loss back at the 36-yard line. Wanted to throw and thought he was going to have some time. McNew makes the hit for the Aces. Bowers tackled for a loss, and that'll bring up 4th down and 12, a loss of 7 on the play.
McNew that time able to get upfield and force that play back in and get himself a sack. He's the team leader in that position with 8 sacks so far on the season.
He's already made a couple good plays on defense tonight. And now, back to do the punting is Minton gets a good snap and gets the kick off under a pretty good rush. And the Aces will let it roll down inside the 30, down near the 25-yard line, and that's where Mount Carmel takes over. 1st and 10 from their own 25. Well, the Aces took advantage of a fumble lost by the Cats and took it in from 19 yards away. Swanson from 1 yard for the score. And the kick was good for the Aces. And it is 7-0 now.
Again, this is one of those ball games where that 7 points might hold up and be enough for a victory. The rain continues to do as it is and come down steady.
Swanson, Loveless rather, checks out wide to the left side. Swanson breaks free after getting the handoff, slides his way to around the 40-yard line to the 39, a 14-yard pickup for Swanson, and a nice run. Almost broke it all the way.
Justin, quick fullback trap right up the middle that time, some misdirection, and boy, before you know it, he was on the free safety of the Salem Wildcats and looking for running room. If the field is dry, he may be able to dodge that free safety, and he might still be running.
So the Aces set it up 1st down from the 39. The wishbone set with one wide receiver to the left side. Let's see what Rafferty does here. And on the option look, he hands it. He pitches out to Casburn. And on the right side goes Jed near the marker, but he's driven out of bounds a few yards shy of the marker to around the, they're going to mark him all the way back at the 44. So a gain of just 5 by Casburn. And it's 2nd down for the Aces.
Jed Casburn that time, the recipient of the Chris Rafferty pitch. You have to wonder about the option game with the ball being as slick as it is, but the Aces are handling it well.
Rafferty fakes to the fullback, turns it up himself, 1st down. Now he breaks it to the left side and has finally some Wildcat to track him down from behind, but not after the 1st down run by Rafferty to the 47. Man, that was a cool cat. Track him down.
Cool cat, Wildcat.
1st down run of about, 9 yards. Now Rafferty sends Loveless wide to the left side, backs from the bone on 1st down, and Casburn wrapped up right away. Driven back, but he'll get forward progress past the line of scrimmage to around the Salem 46, gain of about 2, 2nd down.
Here's your Aces trivia question tonight. You know, it seems like Salem and Mount Carmel are always battling for the NEC, at least in the last 10 to 15 years or so. The question tonight, How many times in the history of the North Egypt Conference has Salem and Mount Carmel tied for the conference championship? We'll give the answer at halftime. Ace of Trivia brought to you by Bluff City Fitness.
And the quarterback, Rafferty, to the right side after a beautiful fake. He gets inside the 45 down near the Salem 41. That'll bring up third down, about 4 for the Aces. Boy, I'd have to think about that one, too.
Yeah, I finally got you on one.
Yeah, I'm going to have to sit there and figure this out. Third down now for the Aces, and Loveless checks out wide to the left side. Casburn gets the call, follows Swanson and in the front line on the blocks and gets the first down inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. Gain of about 8 by the ball carrier.
Casburn that time just diving over that right side and picks up yet another Aces first down. Our 5th first down of this first quarter, moving the ball quite well despite the adverse conditions.
And here comes Rafferty, sets the club down with everybody pulled in and hands off. Swanson finally wrapped up at around the 29-yard line. And that's a nice pickup, though, of about 5 yards on the first carry of the series. I'll call it 4. 2nd and 6.
Interesting watching Casburn keep us between every play. They're running over to Chris Rafferty and using his towel hanging off of his jersey pants to wipe their hands clean and keep them dry.
Another handout. Swanson, simple little handoff from the quarterback, goes to the right side as Justin gets to around the 26. That'll bring up third down and about 4 for the Aces now, to the gain of 4 by the ball carrier. And we're down to 3:58 to go.
Ball resting on the 27.
Nope, we're off. We just went off.
Some radio audio difficulty here, so we apologize. We'll keep the audio going here for TV. Gain of 1 for Josh Keeples on his first carry of the game, and here goes Swanson over the right side, and he works his way near the first down marker. He'll be awful close. Needed a long 3, did Justin. And will he get it? He's going to be on the marker. Yes, they're going to give it to him. Justin Swanson had just enough for the first down. The Aces have their 6th first down of the game. And with 3:17 to go in the first quarter, Mount Carmel is once again driving the football. Aces lead at 7-0 off of the Justin Swanson touchdown at the 8:10 mark of the first quarter, and they're driving again. Here's Casburn, set slot left with Snow at the wide receiver position on the left side. We're going to try a pass wide, out wide to Craig Snow. The quick out to Snow, but thrown over his head. Second pass attempt of the game for Rafferty, and that one is out of play. And that'll bring up second down and 10 for the Golden Aces from the Salem 22. 2:54 remains. The rain still coming down steadily here, although it has slowed immensely, we might mention, since the game started. Snow split left, full bone behind Rafferty, and he'll go option this time, keep himself along the right side, and dives forward. Maybe about 5 for Chris. And they're probably going to give him about 5 or so. And that's exactly what they do. So Chris Rafferty, 6 carries for 33 yards here tonight. And Mount Carmel is driving again, 3rd and 5 on the Salem 17. 2:20 to go, first quarter. Full bone behind Chris Rafferty with Mark Fisher in the backfield here. Swanson for big yardage and then some. He's going to get down near the goal line. He only needed 5 for the first down. He got much more than that. Swanson over the right side, busted off of 2 tackles. He's down to the 4. It's a 13-yard pickup for the senior fullback. And the Aces are now faced with a 1st and goal from the 3 after that 13-yard first down run by Justin Swanson. Aces threatening again. Swanson, 38 yards on 6 carries here in the first quarter. Full bone behind Rafferty. Mark Fisher in there to halfback again, and Casburn will stick it in for the touchdown from 3 yards away. And the Aces have put another one in here in the first quarter, and it is 13-0 thanks to the 3-yard dive from Jed Casburn, set up by the run of Justin Swanson of 13 yards to take the ball down to the 3.5-yard line. Aces now lead it 13-0, 2:03 to play in quarter number 1. On to try the extra point is Gabe Williams. Snap, ball down, the kick is up, and this one, no, Peter pulled out of there, kept it himself. Now he's going to have trouble. He just throws it up for grabs in the end zone, and it is caught, but there are flags all over the place. Brandon Grant somehow came out of there with a catch.
There are flags on the...
A heads-up play by Peter just to toss it in the air, head it for the end zone, and, hey, try your luck, because the defense is not going to be able to catch it in advance at 100 yards. And let's see what the flag is. It is pass interference on the offense. So as the battle went for the football, Craig Snow, Brandon Grant, and others battling for it. They say one of the aces pushed off, so the two-point conversion will fail. And that'll leave the score 13-0. 2 minutes and 3 seconds remain here in quarter number 1. We'll be back. No, wait a minute. Oh, the offense is going to come back onto the field. So Salem's going to take the penalty. Okay. Salem will take the penalty. The Aces will try the two-point conversion from the 18-yard line. Can you believe this? 7-step drop for Rafferty, and it's incomplete, so the pass fails in no points regardless after the pass interference on the muffed extra point try. So Jed Casburn's 3-yard run puts the Aces in front 13-0. We'll be back with more football right after this.
When you're looking for the best in checking, look no further than the Bank of Mount Carmel. Whether you want the convenience of free checking with unlimited withdrawals, the popular Bank Club account with its many benefits, or an interest-bearing Now or Super Now account, we have a checking option that's just right for you. Bank of Mount Carmel even offers the special Star account based on money market interest rates. When you need checking with the best flexibility and benefits, look for the sign of complete friendly banking services. Look for Bank of Mount Carmel, located at the corner of 6th and Market Street, Mount Carmel, Illinois.
For over 70 years, Mount Carmel Sand and Gravel has served the Wabash Valley area with all grades of sand and gravel. Since starting in 1924, Mount Carmel Sand and Gravel has added concrete, oil and chip, and a variety of crushed stone to their product line. And now Sand and Gravel is continuing to grow. Their road construction division has pioneered a specialty in soil stabilization that has taken them to hundreds of projects in 8 states. Whether it's residential, commercial, or industrial, call Mount Carmel Sand and Gravel.
Long ago, 2 Hardee's employees were making a trip when, in a moment of inspiration, it hit them.
A bacon cheeseburger with a mesquite taste.
As they continued, inspiration struck again.
Double cheeseburger.
You won't find a quarter-pound double cheeseburger this good for just 99 cents. And a mesquite burger with a delicious smoky taste, it's only at Hardee's and also only 99 cents.
Huh? Nah.
Thursday night is a night full of sports on Mount Carmel's own TV 12. First at 7 o'clock, catch up with Aces head football coach John Hart. He talks Aces football on Coach's Corner. He talks about last week's previous opponent and looks ahead to next week's foe. Follow that up with Fighting Illini football and Lou Tepper on The Lou Tepper Show at 7:30. After that, at 8 o'clock, it's a variety of Aces and Warriors sports. Thursday night, a night of sports on TV 12.
Jed Casburn's 3-yard run with 2:03 remaining in the first quarter puts the Aces up 13-0 here on the Wildcats in quarter number 1. And the squib kick by Gabe Williams rolls down near the 32-yard line, picked up there by the Wildcats, and the Aces swarm them over about a 6-yard return. And Salem will have the football after that kick of about 30 yards.
Impressive drive by the Aces that time, taking the ball down the field in these very difficult conditions. Really a sustained drive that time is really a nice drive even in a dry field conditions, but really an offensive drive that we really like to see the Aces put together all year long, but especially in conditions like this. Now, if the defense can keep on holding Salem to nothing, we'll be in great shape the rest of the way.
Aces lead 13-0. Bowers sets them down, gives to Minton, the fullback, over the right side. Bobrick and Sean Thacker are there to stop him as he dives forward for about 3 yards. You're right, Kevin. It doesn't. The weather has not seemed to bother the Aces offense as much as it has the Wildcats.
Right, I think coming to Mount Carmel for one, the long bus trip and everything, playing in the pit in absolutely awful conditions, that really has to wear on you psychologically if you're Salem. Meanwhile, Mount Carmel just playing Mount Carmel football, and thus up 13-0 in the first quarter.
Kyle Bowers, the 5'10 quarterback, Sets him down, the junior. Over the left side, try the Wildcats, and nothing doing over there. Jake Lewis coming up strong from his free safety position. Just buries the running back, Tyson Barg, and there Jake Lewis playing more like a linebacker than a free safety. Lewis, a great play.
Salem still without a first down here in the first quarter. A third and long situation. You just wonder if Scott Stewart will start to go to the air now. They're having absolutely no success on the ground. You'd probably figure at this point, hey, why not? The offense a lot of times have an advantage in sloppy field conditions because they know which way they're going to cut on the pass route.
Trips to the right, flag down as Bowers rolls out. He's got the fullback out here, Luke Wallen, the halfback rather, in the flats, and he's up near to the 50. It'd be enough for a first down, but there is a flag on the play. Lewis and Haywood over here knock him out, but there is a flag down on the play. They had trips to the right. They motioned into trips, and we're going to have an illegal shift. And Coach Scott Stewart all over his quarterback, Kyle Bowers. The motion man actually left before the offensive line was set, and that's where you're going to get the illegal shift on that one for the Salem Wildcats. They had two wide receivers to the near side as they travel left to right here, as you visualize. Of course, you can see this on TV, but and then the motion man came from left slot over to the right slot. Actually gave them three receivers on the right side, but not everybody was set, so that will take them back 5 yards, and what would have been their first down now nullified.
And Salem really shooting themselves on the foot. They've had several penalties here in the first quarter, plus the turnover that led directly to Mount Carmel's first 6 points of the game. So really a tough beginning for the Wildcats here tonight.
So instead of 1st and 10 for the Wildcats, they'll have 3rd and 13. 39 seconds to play, first quarter. Mount Carmel in front, 13-0. Here in the driving rain at Riverview Stadium. Trips to the right. This time they dump it to the big fullback, Minton, but Sam DeVue is there, and he makes the solo tackle on the sophomore fullback. They'll pick up maybe about to the original line of scrimmage. Might get about 3-4 yards. They're going to give him first pass completion of the game for Bowers, but nonetheless another punting situation for the Wildcats.
And nice adjustment by Darren Peach and the defensive staff. That play was wide open. The play before, they would have gotten a first down, albeit it was on a penalty. That time, almost the exact same play, and the Aces defensed it perfectly.
So here's the snap, and to punt it away, the Wildcats. Williams and Casburn deep. They're going to let this one roll dead right at the 31-yard line, and as the first quarter ends. So Mount Carmel have the football from their own 31 when we begin quarter number 2. It's Mount Carmel 13, Salem nothing. Back with more in just a moment.
You can be a winner with a First National Bank Visa card, 8.9% APR, no annual fee, and the credit decision is made locally by the bank's credit department. Local folks providing great service at a great price. Just a 2-minute application process, and within 2 weeks, you can have the lowest credit card rate in the area, bar none. Stop in today or call the First National Bank across from Target Mount Carmel and on Main Street, Allendale, member FDIC.
When it comes to your vehicle, there are 2 names in Mount Carmel you need to know: Shocks Body and Glass and Deck Hill Battery. At Shocks, Paul Rossignol and the crew offer free estimates on your damage, then the expertise to know how to fix it right the first time. Deck Hill Battery is your all-pro auto parts store, stocking a full array of auto parts. Whatever you're looking for, Deck Hill is bound to have it. When it comes to your car or truck, don't settle on second best. Trust Shocks Body and Glass, 315 West 6th Street, and Deck Hill Battery, 305 Market Street, Mount Carmel.
Little Italy's Pizza in Mount Carmel offers the best in Italian food. Our selection of sandwiches includes the ever-popular Italian beef sandwich, ham and cheese, the Italian sub, and stromboli. And of course we have pizza. Our family feast is only $12 plus tax. It includes a large single-topping pizza, breadsticks, and 2-liter. And since we're located on Walnut Street in Mount Carmel, it's easy for carry-out or delivery. That's Little Italy's Pizza, 262-4121.
At Capital Planning Alliance, our mission is simple.
Our mission is to help our clients achieve an ever-increasing degree of financial independence, safely and efficiently, through a long-term tax, legal, and investment planning relationship with a trusted and knowledgeable advisor.
Capital Planning Alliance's impressive staff consists of 4 certified public accountants, an investment advisor, and legal counsel, bringing to the table over 51 years of financial planning. Call the professionals at Capital Planning Alliance at 263-3640. Capital Planning Alliance, making your money work harder for you.
Back at Riverview Stadium, Rob Blackman and Kevin Madden. Scott Allen will rejoin us shortly. We start quarter number 2, Mount Carmel leading 13-0, and Here's Jed Casburn over the left side, first play of the second frame, and Casburn dives ahead for about 5 yards, right in that mark. And it'll be now second and about 5 for the Golden Aces after the Casburn 5-yard pickup.
And if the Aces can pick up a touchdown here before halftime, it's really going to more or less put this game away because Salem's doing nothing on offense.
Full bone behind Rafferty. This time options to keep us over the left side. He had some running room, but tripped up over there nicely by it looked like Jacob Purcelli of the Wildcats. He'll still dive ahead for about a gain of 2. Will Josh keep us? And that'll make it a 3rd and 3 for the Golden Aces. Full bone staying behind Rafferty now in the option game, keeping everybody in nice and tight. Granite tight end right. Here's flags fly as the play develops. And so we are going to have this one blown dead before it even gets going here. Let's wait and see. It is on the Aces. Illegal motion, it looked like, offsides on Mount Carmel.
And the Aces, Rob, you really would think they would try to run away from the area of the field that has straw on it, but really they're running right towards that area. I think maybe John Hart's thinking, hey, the defense has to run through that just as much as we do, so if we have a couple other guys slip, then that's just 2 less guys we have to contend with.
Loveless split right, Snow split left. They're going to lob it up for Snow along that left sideline. He's got it, and it is a first down catch. No, they're going to say he was out of bounds. No indication from the referee at first. Guarded over there by Tyson Barg, the very slow indication from the official.
And, Rob, I'll tell you why. On that far side of the field, it's nothing but mud. The sideline is just mud. There is no sideline, so the official just more or less has to guess. So he probably just kind of eyeballed it to look down the field a little further to see where the sideline was, and he must have ruled that Craig was out of bounds. But that's the situation in front of the Aces bench. It's just mud, and there is no white chalk there to designate out of bounds.
Yeah, well, the official was very slow in making the call, so that's probably why he had to get over there close and eyeball it because of the muddy situation. Snow back to punt. Line of scrimmage is the 34. Gets off a decent spiraling punt, taken at the 38 by the Wildcats. Aces defender slips, and Barg is over the left side with some running room, and then some. Breaks it down the left sideline, 30-25, and Craig Snow makes a touchdown-saving tackle after a 37-yard punt return by Tyson Barg for the Wildcats.
Hey, how about that form by Craig on tackling? He stayed right with him and broke down and just went for his leg. A nice saving tackle by Craig Snow.
Craig was the only thing between the Tyson Barg and the goal line. If he doesn't make that play, the Wildcats have their first score of the night. Luckily, Craig Snow stuck his helmet right in there and made the play. 10:42 remains. We're in the first half. Now the officials blow the play dead as Salem walks up to the line of scrimmage. They're on the left hash, traveling right to left as you visualize in their traveling white uniforms with the green helmets. And the white pants with a green stripe down the side. The Aces in their home maroon unis, gold helmets, gold pants. And working with one of the Salem Wildcats running back's helmets. Trying to get him all straightened out there before we get back underway. 13-0 Mount Carmel leads. 10:42 remains. We are in the first half. Aces scoring runs from Jed Casburn and Justin Swanson looked flawless on offense in the first quarter. And now it's time for the defense to step up and continue their dominance of this one here early. Sprinting out right is Bowers looking to throw the ball, and he's got a receiver. He'll have enough for the first down. Who it might have been Adrian Kaler, although I'll have to wait and see who was the split end on that side. I'll check that. That is Holly, Chad Holly, number 16. But it's enough for a first down and then some. About a 12-yard reception for Holly, and that's the first down of the game for the Wildcats. Second completed pass for Kyle Bowers. He is 2 of 4 for 16 yards. 1st and 10 from the 12 of Mount Carmel. Option left. Here comes Bowers. He'll keep himself. Turn the corner. Joseph D. and Aaron Burbrick combined for the tackle. D on the initial. Gain of about 2 yards.
We talked earlier about if Mount Carmel had scored on that previous drive, it would really break this game open. Now on the other side of the coin, if Salem's able to punch it in here and be down only by a touchdown at halftime, that would really pump Scott Stewart's team up by as poorly as this offense has played, yet they're only down by a touchdown.
So here comes Bowers to set them down. 2nd and 8 from the 10. They can get a first down inside the 2 without scoring. Bowers sets him down, motion to the left. Now gives to the fullback, Mitten. He breaks one tackle. Burbrick's hanging on for dear life and finally wrestles him to the ground. but he will be inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line. So a gain of about 6 should make it 3rd and 2 for the Salem Wildcats. They're going to put him, they'll say, at about, what, the 4-yard line? The 5, they're going to say. So 3rd and 3 after that 5-yard pickup by Mike Minton, the big sophomore fullback. 3rd and 3 from the Aces 5-yard line. The Wildcats threatening for the first time here tonight thanks to a long punt return from Tyson Barg. Here's Minton right up the gut over center, and he's going nowhere. Burbrick, Sean Thacker is in there as well. Look like Joseph D. making a play on defense to keep him out. So it won't be enough for the first down. So now the Wildcats in a precarious situation. Do we go for the first down or kick it for 3?
I think he's going to go for the first down. Scott Stewart's looking for some guidance from upstairs on what play to call, but they're going to go for it. A big play here for this Aces defense. See if they make a goal line stand.
So no gain. It is 4th and 3 for the Wildcats from the Aces 5-yard line. They'll give to the fullback. They're going to try to see if he can get it, and I don't think he got it. Burbrick and D, Mark Fisher, among others, in on the play. The initial stop, I see Joe D crawling out of the bottom of the pile, and there's Aaron Burbrick, as he always is. And they did not get it. I don't know, the Minton maybe got a yard, but it's a turnover on downs, and the Aces will get it back. There's that big step up by the defense we were talking about.
Right, Robin. Again, a good adjustment by Darren Peach and the defensive unit, because Minton had 6 yards on first down on that drive. It was 2nd and about 4, and they really didn't get much more after that. The defense really stuffed Minton on 3 straight plays. So the Aces offense now takes over deep in its own territory, and this is where you want to be safe. A turnover here would be disastrous.
Aces take over from inside their own 5-yard line. They play it safe and some misdirection to Jed Casburn over the right side. He gets out to about the 6, maybe a gain of about 2. And so the Aces still pinned deep in their own territory regardless. And they're going to give Jed 2 yards on that carry. This time, quarterback keeper Chris Rafferty will have enough for the first down, and that'll give us some breathing room as he is up to the 16. An 8-yard. Check that. An 11-yard. An 11-yard. There we are. An 11-yard carry for Jed Casburn gives us a first. Chris Rafferty, rather, gives us a first down. This time, the Aces give to the fullback, Justin Swanson, on the misdirection.
Swanson, the ball carrier for the Aces.
And he picks up about 2 yards, does Justin Swanson. And now that our real play-by-play guy's back, I'm just an imposter. Welcome back.
You scored again, huh?
Well,
13-0. I missed a whole touchdown we were away. It's 2nd down and 8 now. Rafferty sets the club down and hands off. And Casburn finds the going tough over the left side to around the 21-yard line. So that'll bring up 3rd and long for the Aces now. 13-0. We just stopped the Cats on downs close to our end zone. Major defensive series of the night.
Great play by the Aces defense. Now if the offense can get the ball and sustain a 95-yard drive for a touchdown, that would really dampen the hopes of the Wildcats as you head to the locker room at halftime.
And Rafferty sets the club down. And is back to throw. Wings it over the middle for Grant. He's got it. Nice catch. He falls down after retrieving that ball at around the 41. That's a first down catch of 19 yards. Nicely done, Rafferty to Grant.
Brandon Grant just ran behind the free safety that time, who had sneaked up, and he had sneaked up basically in a linebacker coverage. Grant ran just right by him from his tight end position. No one picked him up. Chris just lays it over the top, and a great catch there by Brandon Grant. First down, Aces.
And Lovelace checks wide to the left side. Backs are pulled in tight, and here is Rafferty handing off. And Casburn bounces off of one, dives to the left over the 45 to the 47-yard line. He bounced off of the lead blocker, Swanson, and then drove through traffic to the left side to get all the way to the 40. Nice run, considering. Could have been for naught. 2nd down and a long 3 now.
Casburn kind of bopped around in there like a pinball, but he managed to get 7 yards out of that thing.
He got a free ball out of that one. Here is Keepus now powering to the left side. Oh,
wow.
Mackerel,
What a hit.
Stood up. He was introduced to Salem's Barton Bookout, 6', 258, a senior. That's about 100 pounds heavier than Keepus.
He said, get the book out.
Yeah.
Because I got it out.
And he did.
Wow.
As it is, a couple of yards for Sean. Hard felt yards.
Mark Fisher, I see, in at halfback Scott for some power. Playing the power eye back there.
And strong side right here is the handoff. Fisher blocks, leading the way for Swanson, who did not make it to the first down marker. He stopped a yard shy on the run to the right side at the 49. It'll be 4th and 1.
Probably 4 down territory here. You would have to think, granted you're in your own territory at the 48, but still 4th and 1, and you'd like to feel good about your offense and get a first down, sustain a drive here, and keep that clock running.
It's actually almost 1.5 yards is where the official placed it. It is 4th down. We're down to 5:13 to go first half. Rafferty calls the signals, looks around, and is perhaps checking off right here. Let's see what he's going to do. He better get going. And here is the handoff. And first down on the run to the right side by Casburn. And a gain of 4 all the way to the Salem 48.
That's exactly what John Hart wanted to do last week at Florida. Really not much success running up the middle. He said we need to get 2 or 3 yards when we need 2 or 3 yards. So going 4th and short that time, that's exactly what the Aces got.
We had Mark Fisher in the game. We ran to the strong side. We said we're going to run it right here, men. Let's see if you can stop it. And that time they didn't.
It is 1st and 10, and there's a handoff. No, yes, Swanson just way on the left side. Couple of Cats need to repel him. Boy, for a minute I thought Justin was hurt, but he gets up okay. And he got a yard, maybe, yes, to around the Salem 47, 2nd and 9.
Clock continues to roll under 4.5 minutes now. Sure would like to see Mount Carmel get another score as you head to the locker room here.
That is Snow wide to the left side, and there is Rafferty optioning that way. The pitch to keep us. He drops the ball. It's loose. Salem's after it. And now there's a wild scramble in the mud and straw over there, and the Cats have it. They recover the football at the 42 or 41 of Mount Carmel. So the Aces turn the ball over, and the Cats have it now.
And they're over there diving around on that straw over there. They probably felt like they were in a barnyard looking for the pigskin. Finally, Salem came out of there with it, so a turnover gives Salem another chance, but still a good drive by the Aces just to get out from deep in their own territory. That drive started at their 2, and they were able to get it out across midfield, so still getting some field position back.
One wide receiver to the left side now, man in motion, and Bowers pulls back and wants to throw to the left side. He's looking for his wide receiver. Well, I'm not sure who he was throwing to, but no one was near the ball, incomplete.
No one even saw the ball. The Aces defender didn't see it. The receiver didn't see it. He just kind of threw it up there.
I thought he was throwing it to the wide receiver, and he stopped and turned around and looked like he knew what the play was, and that was to the man in motion. But neither one was close to the ball or paying attention to it. 2nd down and 10.
Sammy DeVue in coverage that time.
Line of scrimmage. In fact, he probably had the best look at the ball, even though he was well off the path to get it. Now Bauer, there's a ball loose on the draw, and Bauer's just now trying to react to it. 3 or 4 or 5 players piled up, and they're going to have to, hey, the Aces have it. McNew comes out of there with it.
I'm not so sure. I think Bowers thought maybe the play was going to be called dead or something, because he just kind of gave up on it. He dropped it and really didn't go after it. The Aces did. It's another illegal shift against Salem. Of course, the Aces declined to take over the ball at midfield, but Bowers was dropping back, and I don't know if he hit the ball on his knee or what, but put it on the ground and really didn't go after it until the Aces already had it.
Yeah, that was a free ball, and so the Aces have it right back, so a quick exchange of turnovers here, and the Muck and Meyer.
That was Lance McNew in the recovery. Is that who it was? That'd be his 2nd fumble recovery of the night. He's recovered both Salem fumbles.
It is still raining here at Review, not nearly as hard as it was at the beginning of the game, but it has rained throughout. What's new? This is the season of 96. It's rained more than it hasn't on this season so far.
Monsoon season in the Midwest, it seems like, at least on Friday nights.
1st and 10, and Rafferty's back to do some throwing, looking on the fly down the left side for Snow. He backs up, catches the ball. Is it a complete catch or is it out of bounds?
Nope.
It's out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
At the 37-yard line.
Second time tonight we've seen the slow reaction from the official because it's tough to see over there, as you mentioned, Kevin.
And I'm not so sure Craig might not have gotten away with the push-off anyway. It looked like as the ball was coming down,
That's what I kind of thought too.
Shove, so the Aces probably lucky just to come out of that with an incomplete pass.
It is now 2nd down and 10. Line of scrimmage is the 49. And now Rafferty is going to throw again. Wings it again for Snow down the left sidelines. He catches up with this one. What a catch by Snow.
Wow.
Inside the 40 down near the 30-yard line. Oh, my.
Diving effort by Craig Snow to reach out and somehow get his hands on that one. What a catch in these conditions.
Now, there's a flag down that far side. I'm not sure if they're going to call interference against somebody, or perhaps they are going to say Craig stepped out of bounds as he's going after the pass and then came back in to get it. We'll see.
Officials talking it over now.
They're awful friendly.
Yeah, these officials are getting rather chummy with one another here.
Well, it's against Salem.
And there it is. It's on the Cats, pass interference, and that will give the Aces the first down and the catch at the Salem 27-yard line. 3:52 to go. First half, Mount Carmel 13 and Salem nothing. Dandy catch by Snow a moment ago. He has surprising speed on those patterns, doesn't he? Rafferty throws this time out of the backfield for Keepus. He's got it. 20, 15, 14-yard line before he's dropped. Little swing pass, and Keepus got it. So 2 in a row for Rafferty now, and another first down.
The Aces putting the ball in the air. Now that the rain's kind of slowed down a little bit, you see the Aces not afraid to zing it out there, and the receivers are making the catches. And that's a great catch by Keepers. That's his first, his second reception of the season. Remember, his first one was last week for a 78-yard touchdown against Flora.
All right, the Aces bring in Mark Fisher now into the backfield, so he's one of the halfbacks on the right side. And there's Swanson with Fisher leading the way. Bounces off one down near the 10-yard line. Goes Swanson. And that is a pickup of 5 yards. Second down now for the Aces at the Salem 10.
I think Justin likes running behind old big Mark Fisher in there. That makes it easy. That's like following a freight train through a donut hole.
Is that right?
I don't know why that analogy just left my mouth, but that's about what it looks like.
Well, officials timeout. We have 3:16 to go in the first half. Well, we'd like to wish speediest of recoveries to Mayor George Woodcock, who is listening to the game tonight, recuperating at home from his recent surgery in Evansville. Mr. Mayor, come on back as quickly as possible. Look, it's raining without you.
That's right.
And we need you on the sideline, so as soon as possible, please. Mayor Woodcock recovering at home. He'd like a phone call or two or a card or a letter along the way, too, if you'd like to send something his way now that he's at home. 3:16 to go. First half, Aces 13 and Salem nothing. And Rafferty sets the club down on 2nd and 5 of the 10. Hands off. Fisher gets the call. Bounds over the left side down near the 5-yard line. And the first down marker.
Mark Fisher on the carry that time. He's carried the ball a few times this year. That's his third carry of the season for now some 14 yards.
6'1", 240, the rather distinctive number 75 in the backfield. He now leaves.
How'd you like to be one of those linebackers, smaller than Fisher, seeing him with a head of steam heading right at you, and you've got to stop him.
Now Rafferty sets the club down with the usual 3 behind him now on 3rd and 1. And there is a handoff and a touchdown. Rafferty kept it himself and spun his way in from the 5, leaving a couple Wildcat tacklers in his wake. Touchdown with 2:36 to go. In the first half, Mount Carmel leads 19-0.
Great read by Chris that time. Faked the fullback because he saw the defensive tackle crash down on the fullback, just pulled it out of his gut, turned it around the end himself, and nice read for the senior quarterback, and that's a touchdown.
Another great play by Rafferty. His great ability to fake, too, and hang on to that ball to the last second, even after he stuffed it. Now they're going for 2, the Aces. Our Rafferty rolls, wants to throw, looking for the end zone for Grant. He's got it! And that's a 2-point conversion. Nicely done. There were 3 Cats over there. Wait a minute. We flagged down on the play.
We have a penalty on the play. There is a penalty on the play.
And they'll have to do it again. That's going to be holding against Mount Carmel.
We have a penalty on the play.
Have to do it from further back, too. 2:36 to go in the half. Mount Carmel leads Salem 19-0 for now. Let's see where they'll mark the ball. Well, that was another drive where we capitalized on a mistake, even though it was just one play. After Salem had capitalized on our mistake. We got it back, and we drove, though, and scored the touchdown.
Yeah, it's been a couple of Salem fumbles that have really shot themselves in the foot tonight, and we've been able to take advantage and put in a couple scores, now leading 19-0.
10-yard penalty, back to the 13 we go, and there's a dump into the middle, sort of a middle screen to Swanson, and it was broken up about 4 Wildcats in there. And that is that, no 2-pointer on this drive. 2:36 to go in the half. Mount Carmel leads Salem 19-0. We'll be back in just a moment.
Your Mount Carmel Dairy Queen Razor backs the Golden Aces all the way. Dairy Queen is your home for hot eats and cool treats. Choose from single, double, or triple Brazier burgers, chicken strip baskets, chili dogs, and much more. And cool treats are what made DQ famous, from their dilly bars, ice cream sandwiches, and Star Kisses. Plus, don't forget to try a Dairy Queen Treats-a Pizza or ice cream cake for your next special occasion. There's nothing else like it. All this and more at Dairy Queen Razor on West 3rd Street in Mount Carmel.
Kyle and Connie Day, owners of Corwin Printing Company, invite you to visit them at 1004 Landy Street in Mount Carmel. Corwin Printing is your quality printing specialist. Corwin produces calendars and other specialty items which are sure to fit your business advertising needs. Letterheads and envelopes, as well as desktop papers, ideal for laser printers, are among the items Corwin Printing specializes in. Corwin self-inking stamps can help make your job easier. If quick quality service is what you need, contact Corwin Printing at 263-3936.
Quick and convenient. That's the basis of the Apothecary Shop's drive-up window. When you don't feel like getting out of your car, simply call ahead, and the Apothecary Shop's friendly and helpful staff will have your order ready. The Apothecary Shop is the only pharmacy in Mount Carmel that offers this convenient service. The Apothecary Shop also offers friendly professional consultation on any side effects of medication your doctor may prescribe. In addition, they can help with any over-the-counter medications or remedies you might need. The Apothecary Shop, East 9th Street, Mount Carmel.
20, 30.
And there is the kickoff recovered by Salem, and the return man down at around the 32-yard line, so that's where the Cats take over to the 32. 2:29 to go now in the first half. Boy, what a paint job on this Mount Carmel High School multi-purpose building here at the base of the stadium.
Right on the roof of the building, rather, they've painted the spread of the cards and then written the words Golden Aces clear across the roof of the building. Looks really sharp, especially from the top of the stadium. Really looks neat.
A massive paint job. Who did that?
That I don't know.
I have to check into that. I don't know. Bowers tries to keep flags flying everywhere. Fisher helps bring him down along with Joseph D. at around the 29-yard lines. The quarterback stopped for a loss, and let's see what the penalty is.
Kyle Bowers on that last
The official talking to Scott Stewart here on the sideline, telling him he didn't have enough men on the line of scrimmage, and it's another illegal shift by the...
Second time they've done that.
Right. So, and the official explained to Scott Stewart what the problem is, and he nods in agreement. So apparently he knows what they're doing wrong, just not able to correct it.
We're down to 2:22 to go here in the first half. Still raining here at Riverview. It has rained and rained and rained since last night.
Seems like it started 3 months ago.
Salem sends one receiver left, one right now. One of the wings in motion to the right. One setback. Bowers backs up, is going to throw out of that formation. Has time. Fires down the right side. It is incomplete. Over the head of Tyson Barge at around the 42-yard line. Lewis on the coverage. It'll be third down.
Barg, 2 of 6 tonight, 16 yards. There's been a whole lot of passing in this ball game, obviously, as the weather has not allowed either team to do so.
19-0 is the score. Mount Carmel over Salem. Remember these games in the 80s? Oh, my, they were hotly contested.
Ooh.
Every year was a big game between these two. And one of the greatest games we played, of course, occurred in Salem in 81. That was the focus of a newspaper article here a few weeks ago. It is third down and long. Bowers wants to throw, fires, and the receiver's just now turning around and looking at the ball. It's thrown over his head and out of bounds anyway. Luke Wallen wasn't ready for that one anyway. It'll be fourth down.
You know, before this offensive series by Salem, actually Scott Stewart had Adrian Kohler warming up on the sidelines. He's a sophomore, so Scott Stewart might be about ready to pull the plug on Bowers if he doesn't get things together. In fact, that might have been Bowers' last offensive series. He could have said, okay, here's your last shot. If you don't do it, we're going to Kohler.
If you remember, the same thing happened last year over there, guys. Changed quarterbacks on us midway through the third quarter. Pulled a senior to put Bowers in the game, if I remember correctly.
And out fourth down, and Minton will get the kickoff under a moderate rush, and Casburn catches it on the fly at the 41-45, working the left side. Flags fly, another flag down. Casburn dropped at the 47-yard line. Flags came from two different directions here on that return by the Aces.
Well, people slipping and sliding everywhere. Could easily be an illegal block below the waist just because someone slipped. The footing is so poor out there.
Yeah, it looked like they're going to get at least Haywood for a push in the back, if not someone else along with it.
Yep, clip is the call, and That'll knock us back. We'll start further back than we wanted to. 1:43 to go here in the first half of play. Mount Carmel leads Salem 19-0. Small crowd on hand here at Riverview, and you don't blame them, of course. The weather being the way it is.
Scott, you mentioned last year's game at Salem. Looking back, I remember the last play of the first half, Johnny Lang picking off that pass, returning it for a touchdown, and then the fans got all over Stewart, and he's barking back at the fans. The players are about to mutiny.
Yeah, you really wondered if he was going to make it through last year, but he did. It wasn't a very good season. Wasn't as Keepless carries the ball for the Aces. Was not characteristic. What, 3-6 was their final last year?
Yeah, did not make the playoffs. And well, if you remember 2 years ago here, Scott Stewart electing to throw the ball late in the game when they had the lead. We got the big interception from Dustin Dent that set up our scoring touchdown. The fans all over him again. So Scott, I don't think he has a lot of fans in Salem. I don't know. And he's a great coach. That's the bad thing about it.
The pitch to, there's a flag down as Casburn tries to roll the right side. He's chopped out around the 33-yard line for almost no gain, but a flag down.
I think we're going to have a clipping call, and that's exactly what it is. Happened right in front of the official. Justin Swanson lost his balance a little bit and then pushed in the back, and that's the call. And when it happens right in front of the official, they're not going to miss that very often.
And the Salem defender did a good job of turning his back right into Swanson right before the block was made, and so he picks up a penalty that way.
So 2 big penalties like this, and we're in a different quadrant of the field now. And then we've gone decidedly backwards on this drive. We're down to 1:12 to go in the first half. Luckily, this comes at the end of the first half. This is a drive that almost could change the course of a game the way we're going backwards.
Yeah, if you're thinking we should have started with the ball at the 47, and we're back at the 17. We've lost 30 yards basically in 3 plays, and it's kind of thanks to a couple of penalties.
Second down and 25 for the Aces now, and Rafferty calls the signals with 1 setback. Devlin's going to fire and does
Wide
it
open.
for Grant. He's open. He's got it at the 40, 45. First down, 50 to the Salem 49. Brandon Grant, the tight end over the middle. Beautiful pass from Rafferty. The Salem coaches look up here at their spotters like, why didn't you guys tell us about this up here?
That's twice now tonight we've seen Grant run right by the free safety and wide open in the middle of the field.
Oh, my. That was a pass play of 33 yards. And a first down for the Aces right at midfield, right at the 50. We're down to 55 seconds to go in the half. 1 setback. He gets the call, and Swanson stumbles forward, almost broke it, inside the 45, down near the 43-yard line. A gain of 7 by Swanson. Clock continues to run. 41 seconds to go. The Aces hurry up to the ball. It is second down and a long 3. Salem taking their time getting players off the field, and now Rafferty calls. Has 3 players out in different patterns and looks for Snow, and he's got it. Jump ball kind of a catch. He just waited for it to come down, fended off his defender, and catches the first down pass of the 27-yard line.
That's not even fair to the opponent, is it? To try to guard that pass to Snow, that's unfair. There should be a rule against that.
And look, Craig was just ready for a rebound. He kind of put his hand on the kid and didn't push off, but just kind of make sure he knew where he was at and just jumped for it.
Yeah, it just looked like your typical play into the basket, didn't it?
And the poor little defender is jumping as high as he can, but it's not helping.
Now from the 27, Rafferty flushed out of the pocket, rolls to the left side, still wants to throw, does on the run, and it is incomplete at around the 15-yard line. That was going to be a tough catch anyway by Casburn over there. Nice coverage by Salem. Rafferty had to uncork that one on the run. 2nd and 10.
Well, Chris Rafferty unofficially tonight already 106 yards, 5 of 9 passing. Who'd have thunk it? He's going to throw for 100 yards on a night like this.
Yeah.
He's now at the 800-yard mark on the season for passing yardage.
16 seconds to go. The clock did stop. Now Rafferty looks long and throws for Lovelace. He's got it! Down catch! Oh! They're going to say incomplete at the 8-yard line. Oh, my! What did they rule there? Did he lose the ball?
I think the official's saying when Justin came down, it might have bounced off the turf, but it looked like he had a cradle in his arm.
Oh.
It looked like it was his elbow that bounced off the turf.
Wow,
that ball.
That sure looked like a catch. It didn't even look like that tough of a call. But all of a sudden, the official surprised us by saying no, incomplete. Wow.
That looked like a great catch.
Oh, he was falling down. Looked like he had the ball easily before he came down. If for example, if the ball jarred loose somehow, I don't know what the ruling was there. But man, that looked good. Oh well.
That certainly looked like a great catch by Justin Lovelace.
10 seconds to go in the half. Well, these guys are from Centralia. What do they know about football anyway?
Yeah, interesting. The exact same refereeing crew we had last week at Flora.
Right.
Guy Holtkamp and his crew, Scott Jones.
Well, they didn't know. They were from
exact same
Centralia last
guys.
week and didn't know much about football.
Yeah, exact same people. So they're at least familiar with the Golden Aces offense and defense. They saw them last week.
And here's one thing that I don't know if it made a difference on that play, but a lot of people think that the NEC schools ought to go to five-man officiating crews. This is a 4-man crew tonight. The basic difference is between a 5 and a 4-man crew, the schools pay a crew a set amount. So basically, if you bring a 4-man crew, that means each referee gets more money divvied up in the pool. If you bring 5, you get less money. But still, a 5-man officiating crew covers the field so much better than what a 4-man crew does.
You mean to tell me these guys are just trying to make more money and they made a call like that?
He didn't say that.
Take that money away from them.
Some crews.
All right, 10 seconds to go in the first half. That was just a great catch by Lovelace. It got wiped out. It's 3rd and 10 now. Line of scrimmage is the 27-yard line, and Rafferty's back to throw. And they're in on him, and a sack by Salem back at the 36-yard line, and the Aces will stop the clock with 5 seconds to go in the half.
Well, we had Casper in one-on-one coverage out here on the near side, and he had ran by his man, but just not enough time to step up and throw it for Chris.
Well, now coming on the heels of what looked like a bad call, then this. And now all of a sudden we're back at the 36-yard line. 19-0 is the score.
So that's just one of the things you just kind of roll Chris out maybe and give him a little extra time and just whip it into the end zone. And hopefully Craig could come down with another jump ball, or maybe they can tip it. Justin can get it.
And really, our offensive line this season has done a fantastic job. That's only our 5th sack given up of the year through 4 games, so basically 1 a game. But that time just protection breaks down, and the Wildcats able to get to us.
Boy, and this was a pretty drive that was going, too. And a nice mixture of plays, and so looked like a bad call, and then the penalty. Let's see what we can do here on the final play of the half. It's 4th down for the Aces. 5 seconds to go in the half. We have a receiver left and right. Casburn a wing back to the left. We have one setback. Everybody's going to go. And here's Rafferty dumping a little screen. It's almost picked off by Salem over the middle at the 38-yard line, looking for Swanson. And that's the end of the first half of play on that near pickoff by the Cats. We've played one half of football here in the rain at Riverview, and it is still raining. Mount Carmel leads Salem 19-0. We'll be back to total it up in just a moment.
Security Bank is your bank for life, all your life, and for all your financial needs. And no matter how much your needs change, we'll always keep you moving in the right direction to get you safely where you want to be. We offer a full range of financial services, so we can do a lot for you now and in the future. From simple checking to good living loans for any reason, we're here to serve your financial needs every step of the way. Security Bank, your bank for life.
For a decade now, Pit Stop Services has served area drivers with dedicated service. Whether it's Pit Stop's famous Quick Book Employee oil changes or Pit Stop's great deals on all-season radials from Michelin, Cooper, Remington, and others, Pit Stop Services has built its reputation on putting the customer first. Now Pit Stop is proud to offer ZZ Wheels. ZZ Wheels is the hottest look in wheels and features a patented interchangeable twist lock design to completely transform the look of your wheels in seconds. Drive a little, save a lot at Pit Stop Services.
Every day, in every kind of home, people discover the special pleasures of owning Palo windows. It's the ingenuity of 2 locks secured by a single handle, the promise of quality from the only company that tests windows right on the factory line to make sure they're airtight, and the thoughtfulness of a door that locks in 3 places for added comfort and security. Discover why Palo owners are so satisfied year after year after year.
For your free idea book, call 1-800-64-PALA.
Your 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week supermarket, Mount Carmel Red and White, continues to be your full-service grocery store. Red and White makes your grocery shopping easier by now accepting Visa, MasterCard, and Discover, in addition to your bank ATM card. Need a money order? There's no need to go any further than Red and White. Plus, Red and White is your headquarters for the Rug Doctor, and you can even take home a video from Red and White's video aisle. And you can play the Illinois Lottery at your hometown supermarket, Mount Carmel Red and White, from the corner of 9th and Walnut Streets.
Back here at Riverview Stadium, Scott Allen along with Rob Blackman and Kevin Madden. It is 19-0. Mount Carmel leads Salem at halftime. The undefeated Aces ranked 10th in the state have taken advantage twice now of Salem turnovers, and despite the bad weather conditions here, it does not appear to have slowed Mount Carmel's offense down considerably.
No, the Aces, matter of fact, Kevin Madden and I were talking about that in your brief absence, about how the weather had really not affected us tonight at all. Here's the statistics for you through the first half of play. Mount Carmel leading again 19-0. Jed Casburn, 11 carries for 40 yards. He has scored a touchdown. Justin Swanson, 11 carries, 53 yards. He scored our first touchdown of the ball game, did Swanee. Chris Rafferty, 9 carries for 40 yards, and touchdown run as well for our 3 scoring runs of the evening. So it's been very balanced through Casburn, Swanson, and Rafferty running the football at 40, 53, and 40 yards respectively. Josh Keepus, 4 carries for 5 yards tonight, and Mark Fisher has carried at one time for 4 yards. The Aces have racked up 15 first downs in the first half alone. Chris Rafferty, passing-wise tonight, so far is 5 of 12 for 106 yards. Craig Snow, 2 catches for 41 yards. Brandon Grant, 2 catches, 52 yards. And Josh Keepus has caught 1 ball for 13 yards. 4 penalties called on the Aces in the first half for a total of 40 yards. For the Salem Wildcats, offense has been tough to come by for the Cats here in the first half of play. Matter of fact, they only have 1 total yard of rushing as a team tonight. Do the Salem Wildcats. Mike Minton leading the way, 5 carries for 10 yards. Tyson Barg, 3 carries for 4 yards. Meanwhile, Kyle Bowers has carried the ball, let's see here, 3 times for -6 yards. And I have one more young man, and I don't remember the name. Vincent, I believe, 1 carry for 3 yards. So we'll check that. Let me redo my stats here and make 11 total yards of rushing for the Wildcats tonight. 11 total rushing yards here in the first half. Passing the ball, Kyle Bowers is 2 of 7 for 16 yards. Minton caught 1 ball for 4 yards. Chad Hawley caught 1 ball for 12. They have only been penalized 1 time, have the Cats, and that 4 or 5 yards. Both teams have had, I should say Salem has had 2 fumbles, lost both of them. They've also turned the ball over on downs 1 time. Mount Carmel, 1 fumble, which they lost as well. Both teams have given up 1 sack. The scoring summary with 8:10 remaining in the first quarter. Justin Swanson from 2 yards out. Gabe Williams has the extra point, 7-0 Mount Carmel. With 2:03 remaining in the first quarter, Jed Casburn, a 3-yard run. The 2-point pass failed. 13-0 Mount Carmel. And with 2 minutes 30 seconds remaining in the second quarter, Chris Rafferty, a 5-yard touchdown jaunt. The 2-point pass conversion fails. 19-0 Mount Carmel leads the Salem Wildcats. When we come back, we'll give you the answer to tonight's trivia question. Stay with us.
Since being very young, you faced the unexpected, never concerned, knowing your security came from those who loved you most. Soon you took on more risks and started making decisions on your own. Now you're being counted on to help build a secure future, to protect you and your family from the unexpected. Depend on your hometown professional, your independent Pekin insurance agent.
Pekin Insurance.
Your Pekin Insurance agent in Mount Carmel is Mike Harris of Harris Insurance Agency.
For the professional electrical service that you deserve, call S.K. Smith Electrical Contractors. S.K. Smith has been providing the Wabash Valley region with commercial, residential, and industrial lighting for over 10 years. S.K. Smith also provides electrical service for farms and oil fields. Our trained and courteous technicians are always there for minor electrical repairs, troubleshooting, or even industrial wiring. Don't trust the safety of your family or co-workers to just anyone. Call S.K. Smith today. S.K. Electric, your fully bonded electrical contractors.
Since 1917, the place to be has been Guy Hadley's Cafe, uptown Mount Carmel. Hadley's lunch and dinner buffet always has something great to eat. Plus, Hadley's menu is packed with dozens and dozens of sandwich platters, full dinners, and appetizers. And while at Hadley's, be sure to try a slice of one of Dot's famous pies. For nearly 80 years now, there's been one constant in Mount Carmel, and that one constant is Guy Hadley's Cafe, where friends meet friends. Hadley's Cafe, 416 Market.
Choosing a cellular company can get confusing, but First Cellular of Southern Illinois makes your choice clear. First Cellular is the only individual cellular company to provide all 24 counties in Southern Illinois as true home coverage. At First Cellular, you'll receive value-added benefits at no additional charge, like 9-cent long distance, the lowest extended roaming rates, and 24-hour customer care. Plus, First Cellular is 100% locally owned and operated, so your money stays here in Southern Illinois. Visit First Cellular's Mount Carmel store today.
All right, we're back for the second half here on WSJD Princeton, Mount Carmel, the 20-watt giant tonight. our antenna's being moved this week. Our antenna's actually on the ground in Princeton. It'll be back up about Monday. Here's the kick by Salem, taken by the Aces Casburn. He dropped it, picks it up at the 20, 25, 30, heads up field, and won't get much more than that to around the 31. That's where Mount Carmel takes over. We lead 19-0.
My question is this rain and poor weather affecting the Albion coon hunting competition?
I believe it will.
I mean, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
I was thinking about going over there later.
I mean, they've had TV coverage on it and all kinds of radio and newspaper coverage. Yeah.
I've actually, believe it or not, I've actually been coon hunting several times. If I remember right, actually, cold, cool, damp, wet evenings are the best evenings to coon hunt.
I think you're right.
You know me, damp, cool TV watching. You know, that's my sport.
Nah, you?
Yeah. 1st and 10. Here's Rafferty handing off. Ball carrier is stood up straight as he goes to the left side, and not much there for Jed Casburn. Gain of 1, 2nd down and 9. Line of scrimmage is the 33. What a wonderful night for football. Hey, it stopped raining. That's the big headline news.
Can you believe it?
Come up for air. You can find the surface now. 2nd down for the Aces. Man in motion to the left side. There's the pitch to Keepers as he sweeps that away. And he dives forward across the first down marker, across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Nice little dive for the final 4 yards by Keepers.
Great individual effort by Josh that time, just reaching out for the marker, diving as far as he could, and he reached just far enough to get it.
There's a whole bunch of straw on one part of that field. I know we've all talked about this. It's on the Mount Carmel side of the field, about hash mark high. Little bits of straw from about the 40 to the 40. And almost a breakaway by Swanson there on his call over the 50 to the Salem 48. Maybe a first down. Looks like it is. An 11-yard run.
Well, the Aces can drive it down here and put a score in the end zone. This is pretty much going to do it for the Wildcats. I'm sure that's what the Aces coaching staff talked about at halftime. Let's get a drive. Let's go put it in the end zone and get this sucker over with. Don't give them a chance to come up for air and still think they have a chance.
Yeah. Man in motion to the right side. Rafferty's back to throw. Oh, he dropped the ball and falls back on it. A flag down at around the 40. He looked like he wanted to throw it, and he kind of dropped it, holding on the Aces.
You're right. It just slipped out of his hands as he was kind of cocking the arm to get ready to throw the ball.
And so then he wisely just went back and fell on it. He thought about picking it up and then figured be safe. Just fall on the ball. On top of that, there's a penalty.
Yeah,
so they'll decline it, right, you would think?
Yeah, they had insult to injury. There's a penalty, and Salem actually, they are going to decline it, so it brings up 2nd down and 10 yards to go. Well, actually, the yard marker over there, he's confused, going back and forth a dozen times. It's 2nd and 15, actually, after the loss on the fumble by Rafferty.
So the line of scrimmage now, the 46-yard line, and we have a receiver left and right. Snow to the left, Lovelace to the right, and that's the way Rafferty's looking. No, now he switches. Now he's going to get cracked down. Finally, at around the 40-yard line. He looked right. He looked left, and then he really could do nothing. He had tacklers coming from both sides, and there wasn't much for Chris to do.
Yeah, Chris, I guess they call that a coverage sack, and the NFL announcers do anyway. There was nobody open, no one to throw to, and he just had to eat that one.
And it's 3rd down. And they have to go to the 39, so it's 3rd and 21 for the Aces now. One setback, that's Swanson. Receivers left and right, wing left. And Rafferty's going to throw. Salem bringing everybody. Rafferty has time, wings it up in the middle. It's almost picked off. Tipped around and finally dropped. And the Salem linebacker, Tony Van Houten, had the best chance at it. It went off his hands and eventually away. So he missed the interception. It is 4th down.
Again, we're running 2 receivers up the hashes with Grant, and I believe Lovelace was the other one, or maybe one of the running backs that time, and Chris tried to sneak it in there in front of the free safety that time, and the linebacker dropping made a nice play.
Well, a little adjustment by Salem then against that at halftime.
Plus, I think maybe Jed may have slipped down. He was going for Jed. It looked like I thought at first he was pushed, but he may have just slipped.
Snow gets the kick away. A low line drive kicks. Takes a Mount Carmel bounce to the 40.
Oh,
Salem's man falls on it at around the 27, just ahead of the Mount Carmel tackler. I'm not sure who that was, but, man, a Salem...
Very risky there, that young man.
Yeah, Tim Charlton gets up. Not sure of what state he's in.
That's one of the balls you just get away from and stay away from. No reason to go up and cover because it was almost dead anyway.
Yeah, that was real risky, and then Charlton paid the price on top of that. 1st and 10 now. Boy, a lot of fans are leaving. Left after the halftime show, and elected, and some of them are sitting in the cars. We got a lot of people in the cars Now on the low side here. Handoff. Ball carrier breaks away to the left side. Lewis finally with Peter and Matthew. I said Gabe again. Gabe Williams almost bringing down the 39-yard line. And that is Minton on the carry for Salem. Powerful runner, really. That time he got away. We were all tackling him high. And he was able to get going.
He's a load. You're not going to be able to tackle that young man high like we tried to. That's only the second Salem first down of the ball game.
9:38 to go, third quarter. Salem with the ball. Everybody's going to go out on this one. Nope, instead of handoff, so they tried to fool everybody. Minton, though, tripped up right away. Nicely done by D down low. Ball carrier dropped at the 40, 2nd and 9.
Minton, 7 carries for 21 yards. He came into tonight's game the 7th in the league in rushing. 70 carries, 238 yards, but he's been held to just 21 net yards here tonight.
Parkview Christian Church, post-game activities canceled for tonight, needless to say, because of this wonderful weather. There's a handoff. Ball carrier turns to the right side across the 40 around the 43-yard line. And Minton again, hard working on this series. It'll be third down and about 6. Joseph D in on that stop again. I didn't see who else.
4-yard gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and 5.
They're just, the last couple plays just given to Minton, going hard right between the tackles, trying to get what they can, give it to the big fullback and see if he can churn some yards out for him.
8:35 to go, third period. Receivers left and right, man in motion to the left stumbles. And now Bowers is flushed out the pocket. He's going to get brought down. Snyder brings him down at the 42 for a sack and a loss of 3 on the play.
Ace's second sack of the ball game, and as you said, Brian Snyder got free on that weak side and came pounding through and was able to track down Bowers.
And back to do the punting now. Minton, Williams, and Casburn are deep for the Aces at around the 30-yard line. 8:05 to go here in the third period. Mount Carmel leads Salem 19-0. And here is the snap. And it's blocked! The kick is blocked by McNew, picked up by DeVoe, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 30-yard line. McNew got the block, DeVoe picked it up, and the Aces are in business at the Salem 30.
You know, the Aces have gotten close a couple of times tonight and really hadn't put their arms up. You know, it's almost like if they were putting their arms up, they would have gotten one earlier. That time they came and definitely put their arms up and got it, so the Aces in great shape at the 30-yard line.
And Salem just took its time on that one, really.
Yeah, and a heads-up play by Sammy DeVoe to pick it up and advance it, run it down the sideline, gained us maybe another 8 to 10 yards just by doing that.
So now the Aces have it, 1st and 10 from the Salem 30. There is Snow, the wide receiver, to the left side. Casburn is a wing to the left side. Strong side right. Rafferty sets the club down with 2 setbacks. Now wants to throw, and he wings it there for Snow. And he's wow! Wow, what a catch down to the 10-yard line. I didn't think he was ever going to get to him. I thought it was going to be picked off.
He just cut in front of the defender, didn't he, at the last second?
Yeah, the defender lost track of it, and what a pass by Rafferty. Laid it right on the money, and Craig was right on stride, cut in front of the receiver, and Chris continues to rack up the yardage. 1st and goal now at the 6-yard line.
Yeah, he just kind of stopped and then dodged inside of the man underneath him and caught the ball. Line of scrimmage now, the 6-yard line. That's a 1st and goal for the Aces. And how long on that pass play?
25 yards. And, man, you're right, Snow just right at the last second.
He just cut underneath the guy.
And made what a play. I mean, that's a big-time professional receiver play, the way you see a guy cut in front of the DB at the last second.
I'm going to tell you what, that's the example of a play that he used his basketball skills right there. I mean to tell you, the way he cut. Timeout, Mount Carmel, 7:27 to go, third period. Aces 19, Salem nothing. Back in a moment.
Electric wires are too high to touch.
Not. Overhead wires are insulated.
Not. Wood does not conduct electricity. Not. What you don't know can hurt you.
Take care around electricity.
Thursday night is a night full of sports on Mount Carmel's own TV 12. First at 7 o'clock, catch up with Aces head football coach John Hart. He talks Aces football on Coach's Corner. He talks about last week's previous opponent and looks ahead to next week's foe. Follow that up with Fighting Illini football and Lou Tepper on The Lou Tepper Show at 7:30. After that, at 8 o'clock, it's a variety of Aces and Warriors sports. Thursday night, a night of sports on TV 12.
All right, they mark the ball at the 11-yard line. Mount Carmel takes it over there, first down from the 11, and Swanson gets a call over the right side, bounces inside the 5.
Oh, man.
Or to the, now flag flies.
Oh, the guy farthest away.
Oh, wow.
The Salem guy went flying.
I think one of the Aces blocked as the whistle was blowing, or after it. Might have been Seth Swanson.
Yeah, they're saying Swanson was the one that really decked him, and if it was after the whistle, it was just barely.
Yeah, I mean, the whistle looked simultaneous to me as the whistle was blowing. Seth was just still trying to hustle and try to make a play.
And he just blindsided the guy.
Yeah.
I think it's just the viciousness of nothing else.
Yeah, that's an awful touchy call because the whistle was blowing right about the time the hit was made.
And it was the lead official who threw the flag first, and the other guy closest. Then after he saw the flag fly,
Right.
he threw his like, oh, yeah, I was going to call that too.
Right.
And the Salem player down on the field. And now getting up. And the player is Tyson Bard. He's okay. He'll have to come out, but he's okay.
I'll tell you what, Aces head coach John Hart, when he talked to his team over there huddled up by the sideline, he was not happy. Here we are threatening to score and really put this game away, and then the 15-yard penalty, although touchy it may be, Coach Hart really lit into the troops over there and let them know that he's not happy about that 15-yard flag.
I'm sure a lot of it has to do with intensity. You know, they get the ball down there in good shape and really kind of let their guard down. They had the line up offsides penalty. That pushed them back 5, made it 1st and 11. So I'm sure it's just more or less get your head in the game, keep it in the game. We're still in the 3rd quarter. Now the Aces burn their 2nd timeout within about the last minute.
Well, are we going to take a timeout? Yeah, you're right, Kevin.
7:20 to go here in the 3rd period, 19-0. We'll take a break. We'll do so. Aces 19, Salem nothing. Back in a moment.
Wabash General Hospital cordially invites you to the Emergency Services Open House on Saturday, September 28th, starting at 9 a.m. There will be tours of the new Wabash General Ambulance Building, displays of the ER, Life Flight helicopter, firefighting equipment, a Jaws of Life demonstration, and the new K-9 unit. You can even test your knowledge of emergency services. Plus, there will be prizes and giveaways throughout the day. It's the Emergency Services Open House, Saturday at Wabash General.
Keep Safe Glass by Monsanto. Home protection made clear. Keep Safe Glass available in a wide range of beauty, energy efficient, easy care windows and doors that offer a new higher standard of protection. Keep Safe Glass. You've seen it on television, and now windows with this remarkable glazing material can be yours. Keep Safe Glass by Monsanto is a layer of tough plastic between 2 sheets of glass, then bonded with heat and pressure for security, safety, and peace of mind. That's Keep Safe Windows. For information and installation of Keep Safe Windows, call KB Construction 298-2421.
All right, play resumes. 7:20 to go. 3rd period. Aces lead Salem 19-0. It is 2nd down and 20 to go for the Aces.
Yeah, it's 2nd and goal actually from the 20.
Yeah. After the penalty, and here is Rafferty handing off. Almost a shuffle handoff to Swanson. He gets to around the 17, gain of 3. 3rd down and goal now from the 17.
Justin Swanson, 75 yards tonight on 14 carries.
And now the Aces will send Snow wide to the left side and Lovelace wide to the right. Casburn wing left. And Rafferty sets the club down with 1 setback Swanson, and Chris is going to throw. There it is for the end zone for Snow, incomplete.
Almost
like his arm.
Yeah, it looked like he was hanging all over the jersey.
Mm-hmm.
And Aces coach John Hart saying, throw the flag, really laying into the official. And boy, that sure did look like interference from up here.
Yeah, Craig looked like he tried to go for the ball and really couldn't because his arm was being held and really had to try to go after it one-handed.
4th down.
And John Hart still all over the official telling him he missed one. And it sure looked like he did. I want to see that one on videotape.
Now Rafferty back to throw, looking towards the end zone, wings it out for Grant. Can't come up with it at around the 7-yard line. He was well covered, though. It would have been tough to get in the end zone from there anyway. Brandon And slow getting up is Brandon Grant. Still hasn't. Finally, now getting to his feet. 6:40 to go here in the third period of play. 19-0 Mount Carmel. So Brandon Grant shaken up on the play.
Well, he's been hampered by a bad ankle ever since preseason practice started. I'm not sure he's ever really gotten over it, although he's played through the pain. And he seems to be jogging off now, though, okay.
And Salem dodged a bullet there. The Aces had it first and goal from the 6 and come away with no points.
So still no scoring in the second half. Here's Kyle Bowers back as the Salem quarterback. He sets the club down with receivers both ways. Looking, wants to throw over the middle, and it's incomplete over the head of everyone, including Tyson Barg, including Ryan Peter, who is covering on defense for the Aces. Second down.
There you see the athleticism of Aaron Burbrick running with a running back, stride for stride with Tyson Barg. He had help from Ryan Peter at the DB, but Aaron running just like a running back, stride for stride there with Barg.
Line of scrimmage is the 17. The Salem bench trying to get excited here in front of us. Small crowd on hand here tonight. But, of course, there's probably just as many people in their cars in the parking lot as there are in the stands. Here is Bowers. And he is run down. He handed off first, however, to the running back. And who was that on the play? Well, that was Minton to the 17. It'll be third down, nothing there. 3rd and 10. 6:15 to go in the third period.
I'm really kind of surprised we didn't see Kohler in at quarterback on this series by Salem, because really Bowers hasn't done much tonight at all at quarterback.
One man in motion. Bowers rolls to the right and is going to get dropped. McNew really got the first hand on him. Schneider was there to finish him off, and really that's about number 3 for McNew. Does he get credit for that one? I mean, he was really the first one there.
His third of the night, his 10th sack of the season. He's had 3 sacks, 2 fumble recoveries, and blocked a punt tonight. Any idea who might be the defensive player of the week?
Wow. Back to the 10-yard line, so McNew does it again. 5:34 to go, third period, and look who's in his end zone punting. It's Minton. He's waiting for the snap in the end zone. He'll get it off outside of the goal line. Does. Good high kick. Casburn swoops under it, pulls it down at the 33, and then is dropped right there. No return by Jed Casburn. But a good start for the Aces at the Salem 33.
You know, we talked about the weather conditions being so miserable all year long. I think this will really pay off for Mount Carmel come playoff time, because, you know, if you go deep into the playoffs, there's always at least one game you have to play in really awful conditions. Look at Carlinville 2 years ago. So the Aces, while their opponent might not have experience playing in muddy conditions, the Aces already will have 3, if not 4 games already.
And one man in motion. Here's Rafferty handing off the up back. Swanson. And
he fooled you again.
Would you keep it?
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting tired of this, Chris.
He's good at that,
You're just going to have to quit being so good at the fakes, because I ain't getting any younger. 32-yard line. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
Thought you were going to say you're 32 years old.
No. But it was kind of nice out of those numbers. Too bad I didn't say 10, I guess, or something. Handoff, ball carrier inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line.
And the rain's back.
Well, it's been gone for so long. Swanson on the carry, gain of 4. It's now 3rd and 4.
Really, the field has held up pretty well, if you can believe it. I mean, there are some bad spots through the middle, but for the most part, the field hasn't taken as bad of a beating as I thought it might here tonight.
Rafferty sets the club down now on 3rd and 4, wants to throw a little slant pass. Knocked down by the Salem lineman. Big kid defensive lineman Eric Luck, 6'2", 230. Knocked it down. It's 4th down.
Well, sure would like to see Chris complete a couple more passes. He's at 811 yards on the season unofficially. Not that he could get to 900 tonight, but boy, that'd be neat to see here in week 5.
All he needs to do is put a little pop-up for snow.
There you go.
He won't get to it on this pass, on this play, but he might. They get closer. It is 4th and 4. The Aces lining up at the Salem 28-yard line. 4:20 to go, third quarter. Rafferty calls. Drops the ball, and picks it up, throws it. 4. Oh, my! He dropped the ball, and now a flag down.
Loveless and the defender in a shoving match over here anyway. Tyson Barg. It was kind of a world championship wrestling.
Was it offensive?
Well, it could be either way, I think, but yeah, it probably was on Loveless.
Oh, yeah, it looked like offensive interference, but what was the official doing? Was he waiting to see if he caught the ball or not, or what? I mean, it's like insult to injury. First you drop the ball. Now I'm going to throw this flag on you.
It's not going to matter because it's 4th down.
Yeah.
Salem will decline, take over on downs. But nonetheless, we're going to take a walk all the way down to the 15-yard line and
now think
play
of
the option. What's taking so long?
And I think what the play could have been, though, because Rafferty fumbled it right out of the gate, picked it up, and still managed to make something out of it.
Yeah, and that's just a heads-up play by the senior quarterback. Hey, it's 4th down. You're deep in their territory. You might as well throw it up and roll the dice. Who knows? Something good might happen. You're ahead 19-0. So it was a great heads-up play by Chris. Just didn't get her completed, but a great effort to try to get something out of a negative.
Down, so that was 4th down. Salem now takes over.
So Salem takes over. That's why the officials were debating a little bit. I think they forgot about the loss of down. So the Cats have it now. 1st and 10. They're going to mark the ball off now, too. And take it over the 40 to the Salem 43-yard line. That's where the Cats take over. Good field position. Look what kind of turnaround that play has.
75 yards and penalties for the Aces tonight. Very uncharacteristic of us. We only averaged 30 yards per game penalty-wise, but 75 tonight.
And here is Bowers looking around, calling a signal, maybe changing it up. Here's a handoff, and nothing for the ball carrier over the left side. DeVue is high. The first one to grab him was Aaron Burbrick, and he is Tyson Barg. Not much there. Gain of nothing. 2nd and 10.
Tough going for Barg tonight. 4 carries for only 4 total yards, as that Aces defense has been stifling, to say the least, here this evening.
Yep, another moderate rain developing here. The umbrellas all back out. Some people leaving again. 2nd down and 12, and Bowers hands off. Boom!
Wow.
Minton is drilled by Aaron Burbrick.
That's a couple big men hitting head-to-head.
Burbrick got the best of it. At the 42, the ball carrier dropped it. His 3rd and 11 now, so nothing on that play for the Cats.
Wow. That one might have registered on the Richter scale.
Salem, 2-2 on the year, dropped their opening night game to their county rivals, Centralia. People thought it was a huge upset at the time. They thought Salem was going to be good, and Centralia was getting revenge from last year. Bowers dumps it out of the backfield for Minton. He's got some running room. No! It completely dematerialized over in the straw. There was D and Williams to bring him down at the 42-yard line, and Minton gets up slowly.
Nice play by Gabe. Gabe hitting him low, and
usually crumpled, didn't he?
Yeah, you'd usually think Minton would win that battle against the smaller Williams, but it was Gabe that just cut him right down over there in the hay bale.
Look at this kid. He's about ready to drop. He is so tired, bone tired. Mike Minton. He's done everything for the Cats tonight. Well, is the official directing him to leave?
I think he's telling him to go off, but he says, I got to stay in and punt. So I don't want to go out, but the official, I think he's telling him he's got a problem with his face mask. And Scott Stewart says, no, you stay out there.
So they'll need a different punter. Boy, I like this Minton kid, though. He is tough. He is T-U-F-F tough.
He tells Bowers, punt the ball. So now the quarterback's going, Coach, I don't know if I've done this before.
Well, I guess he doesn't have a problem with his face mask. Why did the official tell him to go off?
He may have that glazed look in his eye like boxers have.
Now look where Bowers is.
Stop the fight.
Yeah, okay. It's a little bit closer in than some punters. Let's see if he gets this one off. Here is the snap, and he does get it off. And it drives Casburn back inside his own 30 to the 27, 30, 35, 40. Open field, 45, 50 down the left sideline. Jed Casburn, will they catch him? Yes, finally at the 20-yard line. What a return, though, by Casburn.
52 yards, I believe. We'll wait and see where they mark him down at this end.
What a great run by Casburn. They finally tracked him down, which is no small task in its own right. Wallen made the stop at the 19 of Salem.
Yeah, I believe they gave him a 51-yard return up here in the booth officially.
2:17 to go, third quarter. It's raining harder now. Mount Carmel leads Salem 19-0. Looks like it's almost raining as hard as it did in the first half. Now here's Rafferty handing off. Casburn powers over the right side across the 20 to the 16-yard line.
You know, it'd be nice to punch it in here and get the starters out, because on a wet night like this, it'd be very easy to slip and pull a hamstring or a groin or something, get the starters out, and that way you get the reserves some playing time as well.
Here is Rafferty, and he gives to Keepus. Over the left side, Joshua around the 14-yard line, gain of another 1, but it'll be, what, 4th down and 3 now?
I do see Minton still out of the game for the Wildcats. He's a starting linebacker, but he is resting now on the sideline with his helmet off.
3rd down and 2.
As Minton's just a sophomore, folks. Remember, we got to see him 2 more years.
Holy mackerel, you're kidding.
No, he started last year as a freshman at linebacker for the Wildcats.
Check his birth certificate. Holy mackerel. And that time, ball carrier pounded over the right side, gets down near the marker, but I'm not sure if Jed made it or not. He's down near the 12. And are they going to measure?
I'll give it to him.
Yep.
Boy, you talk about this Minton kid, and we mentioned it in pregame, an outstanding athlete. I've heard more than one person tell me this week he may be the best pure athlete in the conference for a sophomore. He runs the 200-meter dash in track, qualified in the conference for the 200-meter dash, was the conference champion last year as a freshman in the shot put. So not only is he big and strong, but he can run. He's got the complete package.
And it'll be 4th down for the Aces. Just short on the measurement. Line of scrimmage is Salem 13. 1:23 to go, quarter number 3. We're in Carmel next week. 7 o'clock for the kickoff, 6:30 for the broadcast. Always like going to Carmel. We got fights down there. We don't go to Carmel. They come. Yeah, we go there.
No, we go there.
Yeah. Oh, we've had fights there. No,
there.
just kidding. Being facetious. We've had fights down there. Crucial injuries have occurred on that field. Or one night in 1980, we
you
lost.
like crucial injuries?
No.
Oh.
I'm saying I don't. I said I don't like going to Carmel. That's the whole gist of this.
Okay. I apologize. I ruined it there.
Rafferty hands off and keeps it himself to the 10-yard line on the quarterback keeper.
Plus, we can always bank on the world's longest halftime.
Oh man, yeah, with their homecoming and the bonfire and the whole deal.
Oh, they fumbled.
We lost the wow. Nobody knew it until they unpiled, and we lost the ball, and Salem has it.
That was the quietest fumble you'll ever see. Usually they'll start hopping up and down pointing, but
yeah,
like anyone knew the ball was out until
Salem's going, oh, good, we got it. Now what do we do with it?
Yeah. And Bowers goes back out there again.
Aces coach John Hart really beside himself over there at the offense. This is 3 times now in this 3rd quarter. We've had an opportunity to punch in that 4th score and have not got it done. And he's letting the offense know about it. He is not happy about the fact that we're not closing this game, closing the door on this one.
And here is Bowers keeping himself. He's finally brought down from behind it around the 18-yard line.
It was a nice run that time by Bowers. He really, took charge and turned the corner strong and didn't see anyone there and picked up about 8 on the play.
Yeah, he didn't look as tentative as he has the rest of the game. That time he just turned his shoulders upfield and said, here I go, try to catch me. Really looked good that time.
It's 2nd down and 2. 47 seconds to go in the 3rd period. 19-0, Aces over Salem. Receivers left and right for the Cats. Wing to the right side, that's Barg. 1 setback for Bowers. And he hands off. Ball carrier stumbles forward. Minton has the 1st down, falling across the 25 to the 27-yard line. That workhorse provides Salem with another 1st down. They keep the drive going here.
Their 3rd 1st down of the ball game. They've been hard to come by.
Wow, they only had 1 in the 1st half, right?
Correct, and 2 here in this 3rd quarter.
20 seconds to go, 3rd frame. Salem with the ball at their own 26-yard line. And there's Vincent in motion to the right. Handoff, inside trap, and ball carrier gets 1 or 2 to around the 28-yard line. That will do it for the 3rd quarter. Here at Riverview Stadium, it's raining again, just like we began. Mount Carmel leads Salem 19-0. We'll be back in a moment.
In Wabash County, people know where to go for first-class banking. The Bank of Mount Carmel, an independent, community-owned institution with a time-honored tradition of excellent service. People know the Bank of Mount Carmel is a full-service bank, offering its customers the best and flexible loans, free checking, even trust services. And visiting Bank of Mount Carmel is always a pleasure because their employees are knowledgeable and courteous. If you haven't already, you should get to know the friendly folks at Bank of Mount Carmel at the corner of 6th and Market Street, Mount Carmel, Illinois.
Since being very young, you face the unexpected, never concerned. knowing your security came from those who loved you most. Soon you took on more risks and started making decisions on your own. Now you're being counted on to help build a secure future, to protect you and your family from the unexpected. Depend on your hometown professional, your independent Pekin insurance agent.
Pekin Insurance.
Your Pekin Insurance agent in Mount Carmel is Mike Harris of Harris Insurance Agency.
Kiefer Brothers Construction is proud to announce they are now a Star Building System dealer. If you're planning on building a new building, plan on talking to Kiefer Brothers Construction. They have beautiful solutions to your building problems, like helping you choose the Star Building System that will give your building the distinctive image you're looking for, from colonial to contemporary, with brick, glass, stone, or other accent materials. A building system that will meet your exact requirements. They can put your business in business fast. Call Kiefer Brothers Construction today at 262-5108.
Mount Carmel High School students, you don't have to go deep for the best selection and savings on class rings. Just march down the field to Gottman's Custom Jewelry, 422 Market. Gottman sells exclusive art-carved class rings with dozens of classic styles and modern designs. Personalize your ring with hundreds of options at no extra cost. Plus, check out Gottman's selection on gold change and Seiko and Citizens watches. So don't wait for the 2-minute warning. Get to Gottman's Jewelry for your art-carved class ring, gold and diamond jewelry, watches, and giftware today. Gottman's Custom Jewelry, 422 Market Street, Mount Carmel.
Back here at Riverview Stadium, Scott Allen, Rob Blackman, Kevin Madden. We begin the fourth quarter. Mount Carmel leads Salem 19-0. And a few more fans leave here, trickling away.
You got to be a real fan to stick through this one tonight, start to finish. I mean, this is nasty.
Yeah. I mean, this is not even just pure football. This is beyond pure football. This is, as we mentioned, a fan's delight, a loyal fan's delight anyway. We're not going to get on you if you've elected to leave the game.
That's right.
Because we don't blame you tonight. Second down and 8 to go for Salem. They got about 4 in some kind of receive pattern, and Bowers keeps and stumbles near the first down marker. He may have it with that last thrust across the 35 to the 37-yard line. And now they're going to mark him back at the 36, so he may not have made it.
Yeah, he might be just short, it looks like. Maybe they're going to call for a measurement. I don't know what the Wildcats have done differently this offensive series, but Bowers has been able to turn the corner twice now with wide open running room.
Tell you where these plays were in the first half.
Yeah. So maybe they figured out that ace of defense, but it looks to be a little too late, I'm afraid, if you're a Wildcat fan.
All right. It is a first down, 1st and 10 for the Cats. Well, you know, we were talking earlier about Salem losing to Centralia on opening night and everybody thinking it was a huge upset. I think after finding out how Salem was playing tonight at 2-2, I'm not sure it was a huge upset. 1st and 10. And here is Bowers setting the club down. Sends man in motion. Wants to throw. He's optioning right. Tries to turn it up on D. Really, Gabe and D both held him in. He turned it up, and then there's also Aaron Burbert to finish him up. At the 35-yard line, no gain if they're even that nice to him. So they give him a gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
Joe really read that one well. Saw the fullback didn't have the ball, scraped off him, came down on the quarterback, did it about as perfectly as you draw it up in practice, and a no-gainer there.
2nd down and 9. And Bowers calls. Hands off. Look, everybody's in on him. Let's see. Who gets him up top? Is it Burbrick up top, Schneider down low, D there too? Another gain of 1. 3rd and 8 now.
You know, we talk about, you know, the tradition of Mount Carmel football and all the memories and everything. Just think 10, 15 years ago, they'll say, remember that game we played? We had straw on the field?
And in the same year, you'll remember the game we had to wait an hour and a half in the locker room at Fairfield.
Yeah, strange year this 1996 so far. Wild finish against, of all people, Red Hill. Bowers fires the ball. Oh, my, there's a bump. They'll call that against Lewis.
He caught it anyway. Incomplete, but
yeah. It was incomplete. And that was really kind of poor Jake. It was a wrong place, wrong time bump against Tyson Varg. We wasn't playing the ball. It was just kind of a almost inconsequential bump, but definitely it impeded the route of the receiver, and so it's a pass interference.
Yeah, Jake, you're exactly right. Just was running stride for stride. Next thing you know, he's running into the wide receiver, and it is pass interference, no doubt about it. But you're right, poor Jake just kind of in the wrong spot there.
I'm sure John Hart on the far sideline saying, "Hey, where's that call on Snow down the goal line earlier?"
When they're grabbing his jersey, yeah.
Automatic first down for...
Well, we've really not had a good night as penalties-wise. 90 yards in penalties. You rarely see that from a Mount Carmel football team.
Yeah, this hasn't been memorable, but then again, on a night like this, you know, when it's raining like this, hey, you just want to win. Let's just get the win.
Yeah, we only had 155 total penalty yards coming into tonight, and we're well over halfway that mark tonight.
It is 1st and 10 now for the Cats, and Bowers almost drops the ball as it is, gives the pitch to Danny Vincent, and he's driven out of bounds and around the 44, 43-yard line of Mount Carmel, a gain of 4, second down.
Salem looks like they went to the option game here late in the third quarter, early fourth quarter, and they're having some success with it. They only tried it a couple times early in the ball game, and now they're coming back to it and moving the football with it.
You're listening to Golden Aces football on WSJD, Princeton, Mount Carmel. And we got all kinds of stuff from the Fall Fest tomorrow. Got the Mix 100.5 Chili Cook-Off. We have the Little Mister pageant from Channel 12. Bowers options, gives the pitch, and on the run, Barge tracked down by Lewis and others at around the 39-yard line. Still a couple of yards away from the first down marker.
And Rob, you touched on it earlier. Bowers just looks more confident in the last couple of series than what he had throughout the entire game. It was a good, strong pitch that time. Remember earlier in the game, he just kind of lofted the pitch out there and really led to Mount Carmel's first touchdown as they fumbled it.
Wide receiver now to the right side, as well as to the left. And Bowers changing the play here, third down. Hands off, ball carrier breaks away, and by stepping out of a would-be tackle, gets the first down on second effort to the Mount Carmel 35-yard line, and there is Minton on the carry. Nicely done.
Minton getting his money's worth tonight. That's his 14th carry of the evening. He punched the ball. He plays defense. He may have driven the bus to the game. He does a little bit of everything for Salem.
You know, we've seen throughout this year some great individual play from opposing teams, and this Minton kid, he is something. He's all over the field. Now Bowers options, nice little duck-in move, gets away from another tackler, and drops the ball, but it was after he fell to the turf at the 25-yard line. Good call by the official. And, boy, that was a nice run by Bauer. Not quite to a first down, though, or is it?
I think
yeah, they just give it to him.
Yeah, they're waving the chains off.
Boy, the Aces have called their last time out of the ball game.
Here we have 9:17 to go in the contest. We'll take a break. Mount Carmel leads Salem 19-0. Back in a moment. And you're listening to Golden Aces football on WSJD. Princeton, Mount Carmel, 9:17 to go here in the ball game. Mount Carmel leads Salem 19-0.
Well, I think Kevin had alluded to something I'd said as well. Boy, Bowers, I don't know what has gotten into him in the last really 10 minutes or so, but he is playing like a new man.
And who's to say that maybe, you know, we thought maybe he would have gotten pulled before now, but maybe Scott Stewart said, here's your last drive of the night. You either produce or we're going with the younger kid. And who knows, if Kohler comes in and performs well, he might not have a job the rest of the year. So Bowers maybe seeing this as, you know, his job up for grabs, really looking impressive on this drive.
He's running the option nearly as flawlessly as you can from a quarterback, reading it, turning it up when he has to, pitching it when he needs to. Yeah, I don't know what's gotten into Kyle, but he's really playing a whale of a game here in about the last 10 minutes or so.
Yeah. Maybe fear guides, huh?
That could be.
Fear of losing your job. All right, Salem up to the ball now. It is 1st and 10, line of scrimmage at the Mount Carmel 25-yard line. Wings both ways, one setback. Bowers hands off. Ball carrier gets a yard, and that's about it. Minton again, that workhorse, to the 24. Gain of 1, second down and 9.
And for that matter, Scott Stewart may have no intention at all of putting Kohler in the ball game, but it just may be the fact that he wants Bowers to think he is.
Right.
Might have fire injury.
Duke Hodson in the game for the Aces, and there is and Hodson almost got him. Bowers on, the keeper gets to the 15, to the 10, down the left sidelines. He stepped out of bounds at around the 9-yard line. Hodson started with almost a McKinney-type move, almost grabbed the quarterback low, but Bowers broke free on the right side. He gets all the way down inside the 10. Nicely done. 15-yard pickup.
Yeah, again, Bowers just turning the corner that time, and he tiptoed along that sideline, kept it himself, ducked his head, and Bowers, again, you can't say it enough. He's a totally different player than what we saw in the first half.
Yeah, if Minton was their offensive player of the night, suddenly it's become Bowers on this drive alone. Now 1st and goal. Bowers options right. There's the pitch to Vincent. He lowers his head and bangs his way forward near the line of scrimmage, knocked out by Joseph D. And maybe nothing on the play.
Interesting, the ball in the right hash mark, and they came to the short side of the field with the option. A lot of teams will not do that because of the lack of running room. And really, that's how the Aces used the sideline as a defender that time to force Vincent out of bounds.
2nd and goal now from the 9 for the Wildcats. Bowers sends receivers left and right. Wings left and right. Now that's Sparg in motion. And there's a pass to the end zone. It's complete for Vincent. Touchdown over the middle. That pass play is good for 9 yards and a touchdown for the Cats, and they're finally on the board with 8:32 to go in the ball game. It's 19-6. Mount Carmel, and by the very score, you can safely say this game is not over yet.
Yeah, all of a sudden here comes Salem, and now, boy, how important are those 3 drives that we failed to convert for touchdowns to start the 3rd quarter,
including the one that we got to wear the 6. Now they'll hold. Here's the point after try coming up. The holder is Adrian Kaler. Here's the snap, ball down. The kick is up, and it's not very good. And it is no good as the kick by Chet Hawley never gets there. 8:32 to go in the contest. It is Mount Carmel 19 and Salem 6. Back in a moment.
When Security Bank says we're your bank for life, we mean it. No matter where you are in your life, we're ready to help. With a full spectrum of banking, investment, lending, and trust services, we can do a lot for you now and in the future. Plus, we can provide the resources and guidance that suit your particular financial needs and plan. It's no wonder so many people have been our valued customers for so many years. Because at Security Bank, we're committed to being your bank for life.
Robert Walters Furniture Company has been serving the Wabash County area since 1868. At Robert Walters, you'll discover unbeatable prices every day store-wide on the furniture designs that you desire. We carry a complete line of quality name-brand furniture that will delightfully fill any home. At Robert Walters Furniture, we take pride in working with our customers by offering 0% interest for 1 year and a convenient layaway plan. Visit Robert Walters Furniture in downtown Mount Carmel, where shopping is made easy.
Looking for the ideal location on your next home? Your search is now over. Greenbrier is a unique single-family residential subdivision developed by Jim Fry and Larry Tedford. Greenbrier is located in the 2000 block of College Drive and consists of 23 parcels nestled on 8 rolling acres near Wabash Valley College. All lots contain at least 12,000 square feet. Each site offers concrete sidewalks, city water, sewer, electricity, natural gas, and cable TV. For more information, contact Mundy Real Estate Agency at 263-3131 or 262-7496.
Not long ago, 2 Hardee's employees were making a trip when, in a moment of inspiration, it hit them.
A bacon cheeseburger with a mesquite taste.
As they continued, inspiration struck again.
Double cheeseburger.
You won't find a quarter-pound double cheeseburger this good for just 99 cents. And a mesquite burger with a delicious smoky taste, it's only at Hardee's and also only 99 cents.
Well, Salem has finally scored. Suddenly now they put a little heat on the Aces. It's 19-6. Now, this is usually the kind of situation where Mount Carmel marches right down and scores. Let's see what happens here.
Let's certainly hope so. Get that offense. We've moved the ball the entire ball game, but we've just missed some key opportunities in the red zone. This game could easily be a 30-0 ball game, maybe more than that, 30-6, I should say.
Deepest for the Aces, Williams and Casburn. Now Salem's going to work a little shift on the, are they going to do an onside kick
Might
here?
Try the onside. The Aces front line steps up.
Oh, my. He didn't even kick it 5 yards. And it was touched. It just kept going to the right. It never did get any forward motion going, so that was just not a very good attempt at all. And an onside kick.
Just kind of kicked a little spinner, just kind of spun on its end, and Aces take over in great position at the Salem 44-yard line.
It went 4 yards.
That won't do much for your kickoff average, will it?
Say it's definitely gone downhill for Chris Bush. Well, the Aces have a great start now at the Salem 44. Of course, at this point in the game, take some time off the clock as well. 8:32 to go. The contest. Rafferty sends a receiver left. Grant's the tight end on the right side. Everybody 3 backs behind. Casburn, big hole over the middle, down to the 35, down to the 32, and a first down run for Jed Casburn of 12 yards.
Well, we'll see what type of fire that John Hart's lit under this offense, see if they respond and punch it in and get 6 more points before the end of the game. But like Rob said earlier, Hart was really tearing into them after they came off the field after that last possession.
Swanson and Steckler on the left side of Horrell. And it is Burberk and Snow on the right side. Rafferty sets the club down with the receiver to the left, 1st and 10. And coming back this way is Casburn, and he's met and dropped right away. That was Keepus on the carry.
Yeah, nothing happening up front that time. Great surge by the defensive line of Salem.
Jared Hunter, 6'2", 290. Wow. Met the little 160-pound Josh Keepus. That kid is almost twice as big.
Physics comes into play there.
Yeah. 2nd down and 9. As it is, he got a yard. Rafferty hands off, and Casburn spins his way over the right side inside the 30 down to the 26-yard line. A gain of 6, not enough for the first down, though. Still will leave the Aces shy by about 3 to 4 yards. 3rd down now. Clock running.
Yeah, big 3rd down here for the Aces. Get a first down, keep the clock running, keep the drive alive.
7:19 to go in the game. And here is Rafferty. And he fakes now, plunges forward, down inside the 25 to the 24, near the marker. Close to the marker.
Really rode the fullback Swanson on that outside option, and then at the last second decided to pull it and turn it up inside the defensive end. He should be near the marker. They may have to measure. I think they're going to do that.
At the 23-yard line. Well, we're on the road for 2 more weeks at Carmel and then at Lawrenceville. We're not back here for 3 more weeks.
Yeah, that'll be nice for the field to give it a chance to maybe recuperate here with the pounding it's taking tonight.
We have Olney and Mount Vernon left on the home schedule this year. First time we played Mount Vernon in a long time. First down, Aces, after the measurement. So the drive continues at the Salem 23.
Mount Carmel's 21st first down of the evening. We've moved the ball. Just not a lot of points to show for it.
Now, the quarterback, Rafferty, visiting with, in the backfield, is, let's see, both Swanson and Keepus. And he got something up his sleeve here.
I think
what are we waiting
they were
for?
slowing down to let the clock run a while.
Yeah, okay.
And then, taking our time.
They're keeping tabs on the sideline. Now here comes Rafferty. And when man in motion gives to Swanson, he high steps his way down to the 20, down to the 19-yard line before he's repelled by the Salem front line. As it is, a gain of about 4 by the ball carrier.
Interesting when you see the Aces slow down this offense late in the game to burn some time off the clock. This is what it's called, and I'm not kidding you. It's called Mule Train, a name that actually the Aces coaching staff came up with. They call it Mule Train. It means slow down that high-speed offense, and let's take our time and use that entire 25-second game or play clock rather.
And you see assistant coach Lee Colvin on the sideline actually looking at his watch. Now here in a second he'll motion Chris. He'll just kind of wind his finger like he just did, and Chris goes to the line. And now what do we have? Officials timeout after all that.
Yeah, you're right. Coach Colvin watches his watch. Once the ball's put in play, you have 25 seconds to snap it. And the Aces are in Mule Train.
Now Chris Rafferty comes over and talks to the official.
Now when they get way ahead and they dance on the sideline, that's Soul Train. So a couple of versions there.
And waiting for his signal. There it goes. Rafferty got the signal from the sidelines. He steps up on 2nd down. And hands off Casburn, powers off the right side, still shuffling, gets outside, 1st down, maybe a touchdown. Yes, touchdown for Casburn. He danced the last 10 yards down the right sideline and scores from 20 yards away, and the Aces lead 25-6.
And the Mule Train suddenly turns into a bullet train as Casburn went over the right side and just tiptoed along the sideline, and the Aces finally break the scoring drought here in the second half.
Any thoughts Salem had of coming in here and stealing this victory away have pretty well been dashed with that touchdown with 5:45 to go in the contest. Now Ryan Peter will hold for Gabe Williams, who will try to tack on the point after. And here comes the snap. Ball down. The kick is up. And line drive, and no good, wide to the left. And that will do it on this drive, but it's a productive one, resulting in points for the Aces, and badly needed points at that. 5:45 to go in the contest. Aces 25, Salem 6. Back in a moment.
You can be a winner with a First National Bank Visa card, 8.9% APR, no annual fee, and the credit decision is made locally by the bank's credit department. Local folks providing great service at a great price. Just a 2-minute application process, and within 2 weeks, you can have the lowest credit card rate in the area, bar none. Stop in today or call the First National Bank across from Target Mount Carmel and on Main Street, Allendale, member FDIC.
For the professional electrical service that you deserve, call S.K. Smith Electrical Contractors. S.K. Smith has been providing the Wabash Valley region with commercial, residential, and industrial lighting for over 10 years. S.K. Smith also provides electrical service for farms and oil fields. Our trained and courteous technicians are always there for minor electrical repairs, troubleshooting, or even industrial wiring. Don't trust the safety of your family or co-workers to just anyone. Call S.K. Smith today. S.K. Electric, your fully bonded electrical contractor.
And here's the kick by Gabe Williams. Down the middle of the field, taken on the fly, now picked up by the return man. After picking it up on the fly, the return man, Minton, gets across the 40, no, that wasn't Minton, 40 to the 41-yard line. See Sam DeVue in on the stop. And a host of other aces, Duke Hodson over there. And let's see who picked it up on the return for Salem. It was Tony Van Houten, 5'9", senior. So Salem has it now, 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line. So they're going to mark it. 5:34 to go. Don't forget Coach's Breakfast tomorrow, live from the very warm Hog Heaven Barbecue.
And very dry.
Bowers options.
Man.
He gave the pitch. The ball is loose on the deck, picked up by Salem, recovered, it looks like, by the Cats. Boy, Bowers waited way too long to get rid of that one, didn't he?
And he got decked, and he just now being helped up out of the straw.
I think he kind of flipped that handoff back through traffic even to get it even to the running back, who then never did really get a handle on it, so he fell on it. 2nd and 13 now for the Cats. Line of scrimmage is back at their own 39-yard line. 5:01 to go in the game. The Aces now comfortably ahead, 25-6. One man in motion, that is Vincent. And Bowers will have time to wing it. Throws it long. It's caught. Dandy catch by Chad Hawley over the middle at the 35-yard line. That is, what, a 26-yard pass play?
All right, 26 for Hawley.
And as soon as Hawley cut across, you could hear the coaches on the Salem sideline say, there he is, there he is. And Bowers did a good job of laying it out there for Hawley to catch in stride.
And he had plenty of time, did Kyle Bowers. A 5'5" junior. Hawley catches the ball.
Aces basketball fans may remember that young man from basketball last year scoring 30 points against us over at their place in the varsity game.
And now Bowers rolls, dumps it out, intended for Hawley. Oh, he almost snuck underneath one man and could have almost gotten a touchdown, but Lewis stayed with him. Oh, that was dangerously close after the move that little Hawley made on Haywood at the 17 after making the catch.
And we still have I think we still have all our starters in on defense, so you kind of wonder where this game plan for Salem was in the first half, because they moved the ball well here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, it's taken forever for Salem to get going. I mean, here we've been thinking Salem just isn't very good, and now they're finally getting untracked. It's 1st and 10, and here is Bowers rolling with blockers to the left side. He's going to stay on the run now. He's going to get dragged down for a loss, about a yard loss on the scamper to the left side.
Bowers unable to get the pass off.
Well, it's not like Bowers has had a lot of practice throwing the ball this year. He's only completed 12 passes coming into tonight's game. He's completed half of that, 6 here tonight.
So it's 2nd down and 12 now. Line of scrimmage is the Mount Carmel 19-yard line. 3:52 to go in the game. 25-6 is the score. Cats just scored the last time they had the ball, didn't they? Here is a little dump pass again for Vincent. Nope, he can't catch up with it. It's thrown behind him. Vincent tried to change directions and come back for it, but couldn't. Incomplete pass. 3rd down now.
Vincent was wide open, too, if Bowers could have gotten him the ball.
We're just playing safe back there now, aren't we, really? Is that what we're doing?
Well, I see Aaron Burbrick, defensive team captain, talking to Sammy DeVue, saying, hey, that's your area. You need to be out in the flats that time, Sammy. You weren't in the right spot. I saw Aaron talking to Sam back to the on the way back to the huddle, and Sammy's shaking his head like, yeah, I know it. I was in the wrong spot. Aces dodge a bullet.
Here is the quarterback, and he's going to hand off. They'll mitt and grab. There's no if we were trying to get sucked in on some kind of a delayed draw thing, it wasn't going to work.
Brian Snyder and Lance McNew sniffed that one out in a hurry.
Brings up 4th down, and Salem's going to call timeout.
And that'll bring up 4th down, and Mitten slow to get up. Man, he has been a workhorse. He's only a sophomore. This is a lot to expect out of a sophomore, to work as hard as he has and to take the hits he's had all day. Timeout, Salem, 3:27 to go. We'll take a break. Aces lead the Cats 25-6. Back in a moment.
Denton Drugs in Mount Carmel is your hometown drugstore. They care about you and focus on giving you fast personal service. Denton's pharmacists are very professional and will take the time necessary to make you feel comfortable with your medication. Denton's also brings you health and beauty items and great gifts like perfume and Fannie Mae candies. At Denton Drugs, the customer is always #1. So stop by and see everything that Denton's has to offer. Denton Drugs, 418 Market Street, Mount Carmel.
At Capital Planning Alliance, our mission is simple.
Our mission is to help our clients achieve an ever-increasing degree of financial independence, safely and efficiently, through a long-term tax, legal, and investment planning relationship with a trusted and knowledgeable advisor.
Capital Planning Alliance's impressive staff consists of 4 certified public accountants, an investment advisor, and legal counsel, bringing to the table over 51 years of financial planning. Call the professionals at Capital Planning Alliance at 263-3640. Capital Planning Alliance, making your money work harder for you.
All right, 4th down here, and Bowers flushed out, gets rid of the ball. I don't know who he was throwing it to. There in the middle, nothing but Aces, maroon and gold, anywhere near that ball. Well, that's the way Salem's drive ends, because that was 4th down. Carmel takes over on downs now. 1st and 10 with 3:22 to go in the game.
Well, we saw Brian Snyder bust through and really force Bowers into a bad throw, because Bowers was either forced to throw the football or take the sack, and on 4th down he was just tossing it up there hoping something good would happen.
Aces lead at 25-6. Mount Carmel's offense now comes out of its huddle. Now we'll be interested in cementing some time off that clock. Ahead as we are, comfortably so, by 19 points. Rafferty sets the club down and hands off. Ball carrier number 2 through the line is Casburn. Is it Casburn? Yep.
Keepus.
Or Keepus. He followed. Did he follow? Did Casburn get off the ball that quick and lead him on that one? Or was it Swanson? Well, it is 2nd down and 6. Gain of 4. 3:02 for the game. And here is Rafferty. Hands off to the right side, and some running room this time by Casburn, and maybe a 1st down over the, maybe over the 35, maybe just shy of that mark.
Yeah, needed to get about to the 34, I think, for a 1st down.
And now they are marking him back to the 34, so he's very close. Gain of about 7. And it is a 1st down by a yard, so the Aces drive continues, and the clock will move again. 2:51 to go in the game. Aces 25, Salem 6. We led. What was it at halftime? Was it 19-0?
Right.
So we haven't had much scoring in the 2nd half. Plenty of turnovers in the game, as you might imagine on a night like this, and it is still raining. Stopped for just a very brief time, several minutes of the game, and that was it.
Looks like Duke Hodson in the game in the backfield for Mount Carmel.
And right, we have had more quarters of rain than dry conditions this year, right?
Yeah, you're exactly right. More rain than dry conditions, exactly right.
In our 5th week of the season.
And the bad weather hasn't even really hit yet. It hasn't gotten cold yet.
2nd down and about 7 to go. And now Rafferty went back to the mule train, right?
That's right, mule train.
He's looking over at the sidelines. Now he decides to start the play. And fakes one way. Here gives a deep pitch to Keepus. He rolls to the left side now. Timeout called by Salem. 1:56 to go because they stopped the Aces and forced a 3rd and long. It'll be 3rd and 7. We'll keep it here. Okay. Don't forget Coach's Breakfast tomorrow at Hog Heaven, live at 9 o'clock. Rob Blackman joins John Hart. You're invited, too, to come on and have a great breakfast at Hog Heaven for starters, and to also interact with the Aces, ask a question, take part in the show. Just be there, too, to discuss an Aces victory. So it's a lot of fun, live on the radio, Hog Heaven, 9 o'clock tomorrow.
Be a good way to start a busy day. Tomorrow's Autumn Fest activities really get into full gear in uptown Mount Carmel. Start today with a good breakfast, then I guess the Harvest Prince pageant at 10:30 tomorrow, the chili cook-off you've mentioned.
That goes on tomorrow as well. Got a team from Vincennes, team from Evansville here, and the largest prize money of any chili cook-off in the tri-state right here in Mount Carmel tomorrow. So come on out and sample it. You can pick up a button tomorrow for $1, and you get to vote for your People's Choice Award winners, and $150 for first place in both those divisions, the judged and the People's Choice. Don't forget tomorrow the ambulance service ribbon cutting too as well.
All right.
And that begins at around 8:45, and the Parkview 5K run tomorrow. Wow, what a day. Mount Carmel, I don't think the town's big enough for all this.
It'll be a fun day.
Third down. It looked like Kivas had a big hole. Boy, was it plugged up in a hurry as he rolled the left side, and Salem again calls timeout because now it'll be 4th down, and they'll get the ball back. 1:49 to go in the game. Kivas was stopped at the 38-yard line, so it is 4th down and about 7 for the Aces. We're down to 1:49 to go.
So Salem not giving up here, leading, or trailing rather, by 3 scores, I should say. And so Scott Stewart staying with it. And who knows, probably realistically out of any chance of winning this game, but you can practice that for, you may need this down the road, so working on that phase of the game.
Yeah. They may need a drive of just this length, who knows, to win a playoff game or an important game if they get that far. They're going to be 2-3, though, now, and it's going to be tough on the Cats. I don't think they've played Fairfield yet, right? First of all, you had a score from earlier. What was that score you had earlier? Red Hill losing to Fairfield, 14-8?
So just getting one here from the boxes at 0-0, second overtime, Lawrenceville
and Flora, and Red Hill did get beat.
Wow, Red Hill lost, huh?
Wow.
To Fairfield tonight. Well, you can bet if it was raining and that aerial attack of Red Hill was grounded, that was it for them.
But what about the Indians? They might get a win.
Yeah. Now, that was Lawrenceville and Carmel. I could see that happening, 0-0 into the 9th overtime. But Lawrenceville and Flora, huh?
Second OT, no score in that one.
And here is Snow getting the boot off. Very high, very short. May have been deflected, but it may have just been off the edge of his foot, too. It just plops down and dies.
Just kind of rolls dead, doesn't it?
Looks like one of my drives in golf, and around the 49.
It did not look that bad. Yeah. It did not look that bad. I've seen your drive.
Yeah, well, you're right. They're more like foul balls. So it is 1st and 10 now for the Cats. They have a good start at their own 49 with 1:40 to go in the game.
Last year, we introduced Formula Shell gasoline. It's nice to see so many folks getting a kick out of it. Shell, the world's best-selling gasoline.
We know that evaluating and selecting nursing care is confusing to most people. Our staff will help you find a solution that will work for your family and fit your circumstance. We provide all levels of nursing care, including a special care unit for patients with Alzheimer's disease and VA-related disorders, along with a hospice program. Short-term or long-term care is easily arranged, and we're a Medicare-certified nursing home. General Baptist Nursing Home, where your friends care for you.
For a decade now, Pit Stop Services has served area drivers with dedicated service. Whether it's Pit Stop's famous quick but complete oil changes or Pit Stop's great deals on all-season radials from Michelin, Cooper, Remington, and others, Pit Stop Services has built its reputation on putting the customer first. Now Pit Stop is proud to offer ZZ Wheels. ZZ Wheels is the hottest look in wheels and features a patented interchangeable twist lock design to completely transform the look of your wheels in seconds. Drive a little, save a lot at Pit Stop Services.
Your 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week supermarket, Mount Carmel Red and White, continues to be your full-service grocery store. Red and White makes your grocery shopping easier by now accepting Visa, MasterCard, and Discover, in addition to your bank ATM card. Need a money order? There's no need to go any further than Red and White. Plus, Red and White is your headquarters for the Rug Doctor, and you can even take home a video from Red and White's video aisle. And you can play the Illinois Lottery at your hometown supermarket, Mount Carmel Red and White from the corner of 9th and Walnut Streets.
That's 2 losses now for the Salukis, and really puts Fairfield on the driver's seat to finish second.
And make the playoffs, and Red Hill all of a sudden tinkering on not making the playoffs, if you can believe it.
And the quarterback lets it fly for Hawley. It's almost picked off by Ryan Peter. He actually collides with another one of his teammates. There were 3 of them converging on the ball. Peter gets up slowly, but he's not to his feet, and I think was that Haywood also involved in that?
Yeah, and lucky they weren't hurt. They were running full speed when they collided into each other, both going for the football. Peter had it momentarily.
Almost looked like the outfield collision you see in baseball.
Really, and that's how a young man can get hurt in something like that, but luckily they're both okay.
Bowers just let it fly. 1:32 to go, 2nd and 10. Line of scrimmage at 49, and Bowers back. Looks like he has time. Wings it long again for Hawley. This one's picked off by Haywood. He leaped high to grab it at the 26, 30, 35, 40. Slips down. Or he could have had a longer return at around the 43-yard line. So Haywood, he just timed that leap perfectly, and it was all his. The receiver was nowhere near. The Aces finished the Cats off with a pickoff here.
Our team leader in that statistical category. That's his 4th interception of the season. He leads the team, as we mentioned, in that category. A 19-yard return as well after picking it off.
And he's got 4 on the year, Rob, and he's probably has at least 4 or 5 more that hit him in the hands or chest or something and just bounced away. So he could easily have 8, 9, even 10 interceptions all the year.
So we're down to 1:20 to go in the game. Now more fans head for the exits. Mount Carmel has now got this one in the bag.
And the final in that Red Hill game was 14-8. Red Hill jumped out 8-0, and Fairfield scored with about 8:11 to go in the game and won it 14-8.
Too much time? Yep. Flags fly. Too much time on the Aces. It cost us 5 yards, but we took some time off. Well, we didn't take any time off the clock anyway.
Yeah, dead ball on the change of possession. Interesting, I do see freshman fullback, or Brad Haywood, I knew I'd messed that up, in at fullback for the Golden Aces. Jason Vaught, I believe, number 70, is that correct, into the game from Mount Carmel, replacing Aaron Burbrick at the left guard position. Correct me if I'm wrong, Scott, I think that's Vaught.
Yeah. And now, is he wear 71 or 70? I think one of them wears 70, one wears 71, right? So that's Vaught. That's Vaught, number 70. All right, I told the Salem broadcasters I'd tell them who the 71s were, and they're in the game. And that's Vaught. Marcotte's in the game now as wide receiver to the right side, or is it? And we'll try to get some other numbers. Rafferty remains in the game. And the freshman Haywood is the up back in the backfield. And is that Duke Hodson back there? Yes, and he gets the call, powering over the right side. He's dropped it around the 45-yard line. We're down to 39 seconds to go in the game. Now into the game for the Aces. Let's see. Here is Jason List in the game.
A starter in the Harrisburg ball game, you remember, filled in for an injured Jared Steckler for us. Did a fine job in that one.
And Rafferty sets the club down with a receiver to the right. That's Marcotte, and the handoff. Hodson powers his way in. Almost. Yes, first down run. Still spinning, still churning. And across the 50 to the 47 he goes. Well, they just couldn't bring him down. Nice run by the Dukester, and we're down to 5 seconds to go, and that will do it for this night. Well, this game virtually played in the rain throughout. Mount Carmel was not to be grounded, though. Rafferty came out, had a marvelous night. Mount Carmel rolled to a 19-0 lead and then held on to win it. 25-6. Mount Carmel over Salem, 25-6. The Aces improved to 5-0 on the year. The 10th-ranked team in the state in Class 3A is now 4-0 in the North Egypt Conference. That is our 21st regular season win, just 3 away from the school record from tying the mark set in the 80s of 24 wins. That is number 21 in a row. Aces win at 25-6. Back to visit with Aces coach John Hart in just a moment.
Security Bank is your bank for life, all your life, and for all your financial needs. And no matter how much your needs change, we'll always keep you moving in the right direction to get you safely where you want to be. We offer a full range of financial services, so we can do a lot for you now and in the future. From simple checking to good living loans for any reason, we're here to serve your financial needs every step of the way. Security Bank, your bank for life.
Electric wires are too high to touch.
Wrong. Overhead wires are insulated.
Wrong. Wood does not conduct electricity.
Wrong.
What you don't know can hurt you.
Take care around electricity.
Wabash General Hospital cordially invites you to the Emergency Services Open House on Saturday, September 28th, starting at 9 a.m. There will be tours of the new Wabash General Ambulance Building, displays of the ER, Life Flight helicopter, firefighting equipment,